in a row now, and it shows you exactly how and why. I mean, the way that they're playing around this map, like you mentioned, Will, the way that they're working around it, and then this time just switching things up all around the sites, going back to slowing down the pace, going for that early mid control, and then executing off of it. Gen.G are kind of struggling to read this and adapt to this.
And now the Trips falling even further behind. They know that there's been this lineup from Jessie Vash from Spawn. So that's all the way there, but recognizing that this could be an off turn, it's going to be Team Secret pushing the tempo again. Gen.G is just not reading the tempo control for Secret right now. Meteor will get one kill, but Texture, he's been noted. The Hunter's Fury rounds him out, and he has been absolutely surrounded, herded into the corner of B site. And Team Secret once again ready for the plant. Jessie Vash already making his way to wrap around on a flank in mid.
So quick, so relentless. That operator now handed over. Karen, though, spots out Jessie Vash up around mid, tries to support his teammates, but unfortunately loses his head. Jessie Vash now will be able to take market control, and that is going to be a thorn in the side of Gen.G. Munchkin just ignores that and decides to push through. He's looking for even more, just to try to get a little bit more control before they go in for that tap on the spike. He can't quite go through. Jessie Vash has finally spotted him. Lakia, being steady as ever, gets the first shot, spots on the jiggle, but he's running out of time. I can't believe this, Will. Team Secret are going through yet again.
I mean, Gen.G, they look a little flustered in that round. I imagine a timeout might be in order here. Yeah, the time stopped, because here's the thing is that the read you had going into each round was already off, right? You think they're going to go for a power play, then they stop, they spam through the smoke. Now you think, okay, they rushed it, going through mid, they slowed it down. Now they're going to try to wait because we're going to be buying it up, and then they say, no, we're just taking full control of mid. And so this is where the coaches have to step in and just pump the brakes a little bit, create a bit of a reset for Gen.G as Munchkin, the IGL, he's been so good, but he hasn't really been able to catch on to the patterns yet from the Secret side.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've actually seen that Team Secret sunset, though. I think that's one of the factors as to why Gen.G feels a little bit lost in the sauce right now. They don't really have that much data. Meanwhile, Team Secret has all the data up against Gen.G, and that's why we're seeing these very specific, dedicated planets and how they want to take mid control. The way that they change up pace so much, so often, really throws Gen.G off. And the way that Jeremy just sprints all the way up front mid with that fast lane, with that overdrive, really confuses them so much. That operator was such a big investment and was lost in that round.
Yeah, they're not going to be getting that back. You do have the Blade Storm, though, so Gen.G, they have an opportunity to stem the bleeding. Obviously, they want to do that right now, already past the halfway mark of the defending side for Gen.G. Trips now forward once again, trying to just stall any sort of push over on B main, and it's going to be a push out of A as well, taking full control of the updraft over on the A side on the minimap. The Trips just further in. They've recognized exactly where that lands. Meteor's been downloading that all the past couple rounds. And now Team Secret, if they rely on that to go for a fast execute onto B past the 1 minute mark, they will be in for a rude awakening.
I like the little trips up around market as well, though. So Team Secret definitely making use of their own timeout as well, trying to get a sensing for how Gen.G might have switched up their setups. Slow mid push coming up front. Texture hovering right around the smoke just to check.
Now you say, okay, they've taken mid control, but that's all right. Gen.G, we can see on the minimap, they are well prepared for a takeover on mid. Meteor's going to be fishing for information. He's not going to be checking the left side, though. Completely goes in blind. I mean, there's just been no information on that side. And Gen.G, starving for information once again. They don't want to use their util too much, and this is something we recognize bleed abuse as well. Gen.G does not want to use their util early because they rely on that in this composition as Texture gets taken out, and Jeremy taking out another, and Munchkin Lakia once again trying to be the hero, but the spike already moving slowly around from B main. Charon's fast on the rotate.
Bit of a painful loss, but the round's not over yet. Gen.G, they had the angles, but Jeremy just crouches right under Lakia's line of fire. It's all up to Karen now. He's right behind them. Might just be able to find a couple more shots. Spots Jessie Vash out. Throws in a bit of a smoke just to give him some safe angles. But then the fast lane comes up from Jeremy.
The recon. I mean, the counter recon and the fast lane. This is perfect from Team Secret. Jeremy, he's weak. He's going to hide and survive for the double peek. The comms are clean from Team Secret, and they'll shut down Gen.G's attempts once again.
very good usage of utility. I mean, you talked about it. The counter recon, the fast lane, it blocks and throws Karon off so much. Not only is he unable to isolate these angles any further, it allows for Jeremy to kind of reposition himself and Jessie Vash to kind of set himself up for that trade if necessary. It's so difficult right now for Gen.G, especially if you consider how the round starts off. They lost so many players that quickly, and they don't have the information to kind of inform them as to where Team Secret is about to hit.
And Gen.G, I mean, sure, you would like to push out aggressively at one point to meet them and fight them, but your econ is just broken every other round. Karon gets one, but Team Secret will answer back with two. And the numbers advantage once again for Secret. You still hold control of the orb here in A main as well. Drone going to be used for safety. Trying to bait out a peek from elbow as well. Karon will not fall for that one. Just trying to hide away from the drone for as long as possible, but they recognize he was there, he got a kill. Team Secret, this is where they slow things down.
Karon doesn't want to give up control too early on though, so he tries to stay on the site. Munchkin here to back him up. A bit of a flash to allow him to swap on over to elbow. Fragment just to stall a couple of seconds more, but unfortunately the shots just whizzing past Jessie Vash's head. It's all down to texture. Good couple of shots just to start things off. One shot. Swaps over onto the Vandal and tailwinds to the back just to find more. But look at this high-low setup the Team Secret has.
Yeah, he's created the 50-50 that he might be wrapping around elbow, but like you said, the setup's very good from Secret, and there is just no way he can get more than one. That's way too high of an angle, and 2GE will be wrapping it up for Secret. I mean, strategically, Team Secret seems to be ahead, but also individually, they're not falling off. I mean, how many games have we seen where Gen.G might not always have the best reads, but it's one or two guys that are able to keep them alive until everyone else comes online. But today, nobody is able to stand up against some of these powers. It's 2GE 12-4 in 9 rounds so far as the one smokes on Team Secret.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Jessie Vash supporting the whole team as well. I mean, the calling is great. The strats are great. The assists are pretty darn good as well. Look at it. Another shock dart just to find some trips, but Meteor has switched up the setups.
Yeah, this time he's just going to pull it back just in case. Not quite sure if it's going to survive. Once again, it's a push through A. Now, a little bit too many smokes this time. Jeremy trying to use that to his advantage, going right under the one-way. A lot of pings as well. I imagine Secret, they're going to try to continue to push the tempo to gain just a bit more control while they continue to fish for information in mid. But as Wild Oreo goes down, Secret is now trapped here. Jessie Vash trying to get ahead of the util, but it's too much damage. Envy going for the trade from the side. Lakia needs to just stay alive. It's a 3v2. Gen.G has to play the numbers game as they have always done so. Texture op still in hand. That is going to make it a bit more difficult here on the retake.
Gen.G has a little bit more information to work with. That's all because of the New World Theft. But look at the quick peek out from Envy. Lakia down low HP. Couple of shots, and that could be the end of his life. Meteor trying to circle around from the back. They're waiting for those smokes to dissipate, but 2GE is trying to keep them on their toes. Jump peeking, Envy still jiggle peeking along with it too. Lakia trying to isolate and turn this into 1v1.
Oy! Grabe si Envy! Ops! Wala, si James to. Si James to, guys. Si James to. Panalo to si Tuge.
Being very careful off around.
What did I fucking say? 2GE! And Envy gets 1,000 kills!
Tells you how much they had to think through, right? I mean,
Gago, kala ko naglag yung kalaban. Tangina, kala ko naglag yung kalaban. He's just better, guys.
Just go down the very last bullet. Yeah, you can tell Envy's relieved on that one. Yeah, that went down.
Tangina mo.
But 2GE, I mean, played that
GE
so
stands for
waiting until Envy has the right
get
angle
good.
to pick out one of them. And now he's slowed down again. I mean,
Grabe yun, Lods. Grabe si Tuge.
Secret is going against the grain of what you would normally think. Like in that previous round, a lot of teams are would get cut off and you would just slow down, right? You would slowly re-clear. You'd say we have over a minute. You take it step by step, but Team Secret just says,
Huli na naman si
they're
Tuge.
pushed out this far. They might be weaker. Let's go in. Now,
Patay si Wild Oreo. Nice counter.
to just fish for
Count.
information from
Oh,
both
napatay pa siya.
sides.
Dude, si Texture palaging patay.
Will find a crack in the armor. Picks off Texture.
Dude, Texture has been cancelled this whole game.
Well,
It's 1-8.
how
What in the fucking world? I should have bet. Dapat pumusok tayo, pre. Ang ina naman. Dapat
Yun ang sagot, guys.
Tangina! Wag mo samayan mo agad. My father when I'm gambling. Oh shit. Wag. Tangina. Nice recon. Sira. Oh, gago. Ang ganda na concuss. Uy, likod. Putang ina ka. Nice. Si NB yan eh. Si James at NB na naman. Ito na naman yung dalawang problema. Oh, lads. May info sila. Wala silang info kay Munchkin. Galing siya sa likod.
And 2GE just gonna hide in the cubby. Envy trying to create another flank, another curveball against Karen. It's gonna be two separate 1v1s. Can Secret come out on top for a 9-round
Oh, grabe si James.
And that's gonna press the clock against Karen. Too many options for him to consider. And he goes out of the smoke. Karen's gonna
Tangina, pre, ba't mo linabas titi mo?
the clock's not on his side.
Ah, wala.
He's running out of time.
Atin to.
Starting to stick right now. He
No! What the
and he is
fuck?
gonna be able to enter. Go for the defuse. Early enough, Karen.
It's okay. It's too late, chat.
Stabilizing for Gen.G.
We're good. Chill. Ano naman, jinx na naman sinasabi nila, lads.
A little bit off with how, Team Secret manages to
Hindi. We're good. Sorry. Tatahimik. What if manahimik na lang? Chat, type on if mananahimik muna ako.
But that's it. Once the spike gets planted down, even with Munchkin flanking up from behind, unfortunately, the angles weren't quite cleared out.
Sorry.
Pressure from the spike.
Ay, ang dami
Thankfully, though, Karen was able to spot
Ito na. Tatahimik na ako, guys.
But as we head on over to the next round, look at this, all half shields from Gen.G's side.
Yeah, and Gen.G, Meteor, changing that setup. Says,
What is that fucking wire?
Coming to be, my goal will be to just survive and in the
Walang nasira.
backside.
What is that wire?
Give any extra room, that way we can start to
Oh,
go
lads,
for the
alam
rotating
nila.
market as well. Go for a bit of a pinch and a crossfire. So
Shut the fuck up muna daw ako, guys. Sige.
seeing how successful they were, as long as they held on to backside in that previous round, thanks to Lakia.
It's good setups from Gen.G as they try to switch things up, but at the same time, Team Secret are making use of this to pick up those alt orbs. Jeremy now has the overdrive. Indy has been sitting on this rolling thunder from the past round, and they might just be able to save it before the next. But here they go, fault lines in,
Oh,
overdrive
pininger
out,
ni Jeremy.
and instantly
Magaling Bisaya dyan eh. Oh! Nakapatay pa siya!
Jeremy, though, it comes
Oh!
for a trade.
Oh! What? Jessie Vash nag-out! Nakapatay! Wait, we need to see a replay from Jessie Vash. That's fucking wild! Wow! Oh my god!
And then the flood in from main, the timing was perfect.
Wait.
And on top of that,
Wala, Tolods. Ano to? Ano mo si Netero? Kilala na ba si Netero, guys? Sa Hunter x Hunter.
It's gonna be a really tough round for him if he wants to go all the way back around. Once again, your economy in shambles for Gen.G. Does he go for it? It's gonna be the last
ina,
round
pre.
and a half in the next. So you gotta kind of pick and choose your poison here. Do you want the hero Vandal? Meteor will be able to buy one up as well in the next round.
Grabe yun. We need to see a replay on Jessie Vash. He outed out the smoke and got 2 headshots. Grabe si Boss Jessie. Sarap.
A tough call. That's it.
Yo, like Archer, thanks for the tier 1 for 3 months. Guys, remember, for those who are watching my stream, the longer you're subscribed, the longer your talong gets. So imagine mo, 12 months, tapos 12 inches yung talong mo. If you get 5 months sub chat, that's already longer than my usual talong.
But here, good correction from Jeremy. And
Oh, sprinay niya lang. Putang ina.
From the rest of the main forces from Team Secret. The executes have been clean.
Omsin.
And the read on the tempo has been very good, recognizing Gen.G's tendencies on their timings of the rotates to back up, and also the respect that Gen.G's going to give for something like the Rolling Thunder, which now they've saved up for this last round of the half. It's a fast
Gago.
hit onto A.
Ganda ng setup nila, parang unbeatable setup nila. Wala ito, nagpapatalo lang tong Gen.G, guys. Tapos mamaya magkakambak sila. Patay. Si Jeremy, pasok na. Jeremy, naka-ghost lang yan, no? Puta. Uy, likod. Buhay pa yun. Oh, what's going on? It's absolute fucking chaos. My stinger does not do that. Yo, we gotta check out Jessie Vash headshot rate because he's not whiffing those.
Now over in that 1,000 kill club. And
I'm not even
Gen.G
joking.
can't
Wait, this is
find
210.
another round.
Everybody count to 10! Let's go! Count to 10! Count to 10! Count to 10! Yo! There's no way we're choking this though, right, chat? There's absolutely no way, chat, right? There's actually no way, right?
Unbelievable that we're seeing this
I know.
up against Gen.G. Gen.G.
There's absolutely no way, chat, right?
Been going up
Let me open my
on stage
Discord,
with
bro.
a big
Ooh,
win
yung manhole
streak.
ko, kita.
Team Secret's here to shake things up.
And you can look at the live winning percent based on the history of each team and their performances on the respective sides. Gen.G, the chances aren't looking great.
Sorry.
considering
Okay.
absolute
I just got here. Okay.
score differential right now.
I'm here. Wait
Extra
lang.
rounds just to catch up. Well, what a day to come to cheer for Team Secret, absolutely. Especially amongst all
Solid
these
talaga guys pag
Gen.G
ano, count to
fans.
10.
And all these fans probably left home today thinking, it's unfortunate because today should just be another 2-0 for the Master Shanghai winners.
Ba't wala kang Team Secret jersey? Spy siguro to. Spy itong kasama ko. Walang merch.
It's crazy how
Buy the
much
merch now,
crowd
chat. Only
so
$20.
supreme that Team Secret comes to this match with such a commanding
Siyempre,
lead.
kita mo, champions eh.
Really shows
Imagine
once
beating
again
the champions of
with the
Shanghai
confidence.
Pacific.
Yeah,
This is the same team
Also looking at
that
how
destroyed Team
Gen.G
Heretics,
collected
destroyed
that,
Sentinels,
able to
Chad.
support them with that paranoia. Jeremy always good for
Come
the
on.
entries and just everyone
World
doing
class,
their
Chad.
job with the
World
utilities
class.
they have.
Pag mo i-jinx, tama-tama. 210 lang to, 210. And you know what's funny? This is the defender-sided map. This is a defender-sided map, Chad. And we got it to 210. The only reason we choked on Sunset was on attacking. And now we're on defending. This should be good. Pag ito talo, Lods, tang ina. Ako na mismong... Ako na. Oh wait, they didn't destroy Sentinels pala. Ano, Team Heretics pala. Basta they're champions. My bad. I got my info wrong.
Jeremy goes down, but that was Ghost versus
It was
Jeremy.
Sentinels that beat them pala in finals. They choked on the finals.
So 1-for-1 trade, but no Cypher on the side of Gen.G. Even on the pistol, that means your flank's entirely open. You can't afford to leave anybody else. So they're actually just going to send
Texture na
on a
naman.
bit of a fake mission. Trying to also
Putang
hold
ina,
on to the
naka-headshot pa
flank.
din
That's
siya,
the
oh.
Jet spotted. That's going to pull Envy, the breach, over towards a site. And now, Gen.G relying on the fact that it should be a 3v2.
Can we get a 13-2 here, chat? This will be wild if we get a 13-2. Can we get a 13-2, boys? This will be wild. This will be wild if we do. Feel ko payment sent to eh. Ay, wala pala tayong pera. Wala palang perang Pilipinas.
Break down this side as well.
Nice recon.
Norseman set up.
Nice stun. Delays the whole lot of them.
Stalls that push.
But they're all low. We're also low. Ang inang recon yan. Gago, nag-out tayong lahat. Nice. Nice, Oreo. Nice. Patayan. Fuck me. I was up to Jessie. Nice try. Nice try. Kala mo naglalaro tayo eh, no? Fist bump. NT. Oh, gaming position. Piano yan, Lods. Hindi yan PC, Lods.
But Gen.G, they just flood in and they say, okay, our fundamentals are good. That's how we won so many matches.
Fine.
That's how we won at Masters, and the spacing was perfect. Team Secret could not find their targets.
How the
on
fuck?
initial
That's a
entry.
classic, bro.
I mean, right here, 2GE just sees four people.
Si Gen.G
all in
nang
different
si Texture kasi nang one tap lang eh.
That's going to be a desperately needed piss around Gen.G, trying to avoid the same mistake they made in the first half now. Looking to not get thrifty, trying to create their own snowball.
And not that Phantom Texture pushing down B main. They're looking to just make it happen
Oh,
so quickly.
what the fuck?
With this
Gago pre, buy the TS bundle right here, right now.
They took down Meteor.
Buy the TS bundle,
potential
boys.
sheriff that they can pick up. Got Karen just kind of looking around the backside as well.
Nice
so Team
stun.
Secret has to
Delays
watch out
that.
for But meanwhile,
Place for
the site has
retake.
been taken by
Oh my god, they're also flash. Oh my god. Oh, wait, why is their retake so good? What is this?
The main force at bay. He was stunned up. There was no exit. Trying to get out, but he
3v2
gets
now, we can't throw
paranoid.
this.
And now
Thrifty na naman,
Gen.G,
question mark.
3 members. He will pick up a rifle, so it's 3 rifles, and now the firing starts. Much can unlock.
Oh, 1v1 Envy. Naka-pistol siya pre.
We'll get 2 with his classic versus Guardian. Karen has a half
Ito muna,
armor as
ikot ka muna
well.
Envy. Nice rotation,
On
Envy.
paper tells you that Karen should be winning this, but he doesn't.
But this
have
is still a
the
good
fight
round
just
even if we
yet. He
lose
wants to
it.
Make sure he clears the site. And if he's wrapped around, and Karen will land the headshot.
It's okay. Pre, thrifty round yun. That was a thrifty round. It's okay.
yeah, down to the shooting game.
It's okay.
Thankfully, the bigger weapon survives. But that said, I mean, it got a little bit hairy, and that impacts Gen.G's economy just a little. You can watch
Team
the way
Sunset.
that they actually executed, right? I mean, losing
Minor moments, di afford yung ano,
Gen.G
March ng TS. Oo nga eh. Magano ka muna, maghugas ka muna ng pinggan sa bahay.
They have that guardian set up just to watch the back of the spike planter, and with that, they managed to get through. But that said, still,
It's good round, chat. Good round.
Gen.G needs to claw back up.
See what they can do here. They'll string together whatever they have to make it 5 rifles, one of them a guardian. And Team Secret, they're just going to
putang ina.
immediately pushing back
Mga Bisaya.
I mean, they understand that their composition is
Oh,
better.
4v5 now.
You
4v5
have
now.
more stuns to really just force the better positioning. You have the better speed on the side of the Neon, and Gen.G will
Ganda
go
setup
for
ni
a fast
Waldorio dito.
rotate. Waldorio knows the assignment, just needs to
Okay.
survive. Wants to make sure that back sight is still recoverable, holding on to Boba for the time being.
Good shit. Good shit. I like this from TS. The retakes is here. The retakes are here. Doors closed. We're gonna go play for retake. Oh shit. Yikes. Oh, 3v3. Gago, ganda rin. Nag-out din sila eh. Oops. Aim battle na to, aim battle. Oh!
Just to find another lineup entry. Meteor getting his own as well, and that's going to be Gen.G.
Okay. This is 5-10. 5.
Yeah, this is why so many teams don't like to entirely empty the B site, right? You want to hold on to at least back site because then, you know, the trips come out. If they have a siege, the walls come out, and it just becomes an entire hassle even if you hold on to
Hindi. Quiet muna tayo.
into the market. Now, overall, I don't think it was necessarily bad from Secret. I think it was actually just great cover from Lakia and Kara bouncing in between the site and market to make sure that they can create double swings.
Don't choke on me. Don't choke on me here, Team Secret. Come on.
Trying to get fired up
Timing na, bro.
doing his usual thing. Lakia leading with 15 kills.
If we get bleed, alam mo yung bleed na 13-10 tayo. 2-10.
Teammates.
Ano to, English or Tagalog challenge? Tapos na, pre. Please.
See this comeback happening for Gen.G. Again, it is Gen.G after all, but Team Secret are also doing a pretty darn good job. One thing I've noticed is the way that they are actually taking on these fights, these exchanges against Gen.G. They're not allowing Gen.G to fight full on with trades. Like you mentioned, Will, it's the stuns and everything. They're hanging so far back on the map right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's how Gen.G wins their matches.
Silang si Tuge,
Really, at the end of the day, it's with good trading. If you can deny that opportunity, make sure you somehow always
Fake
have
A.
the numbers advantage.
Wala pa. Fake
Be a
ito.
nice way
But look at B. B's
to
open.
combat this
Retake na naman tayo sa B.
squad. Jeremy holding it off angle.
Nice
He's waiting
stun.
for the
Patayan,
support
patay to.
once again, like you said,
What?
working
Tangina,
on those
nakakataas lang
advantages.
siya.
Now, Meteor this time does get out alive, thankfully, but he just noticed the fault line. He notices Jeremy. He notices another man swing out. It's 3 people. So Gen.G looking to go into B site, but the rotation is already here. Texture
Backside
has to
na, oh.
hold off the flood. Can
Backside
he
na,
be
oh.
the jam that Gen.G needs, and he'll be good for 1. Holding the line, repositioned. Is going to wait for the trade in from Lakia. Kara good for 2 as well. And Gen.G break open the B site.
Both teams very aware of what the other is trying
Pause
to do.
tayo.
Karen with the
Pause tayo,
wall
guys.
now puts
Pause tayo,
Gen.G
guys.
up
Pause
on
tayo.
6. I mean, you mentioned it, and they saw everything. That fault line just gave the biggest tell to Gen.G that, all right, B-side is open. Let's rotate
Pause tayo, guys.
through.
Pause tayo, guys.
Jessie Vash caught onto it as well, and that's why they were rotating that quickly. But that said, weaponry just wasn't quite there. The fast line kind of working against them just for a second as well, because Gen.G had the best covers. They were blocking out every single exit from the edges of that dark cover.
Change
to the
ambassador.
market. So, on to the next round.
Wait lang,
At least
time out.
the full line is the
Wala pa rin,
opportunity
sige.
for Team Secret to bring things back to their side.
Yeah, the rolling
Linaban,
thunder as
no?
well. It's going to be an aggressive push out of mid and a pick all over a high
Break the curse, boys. Come on, break the curse, boys.
And Team Secret, they just completely flipped the map.
Break the curse, boys.
10 seconds. Nice! Slides in for the 4th kill for the team. All down to Karon. He's being hunted down, and Team Secret will not stop.
Oh, let's go, boys. We're not choking like that, boys. We're not choking like that, boys. We ain't choking like that, boys. Come on.
High ground and mid to just cover both sides. Over by tiles and all
Hinga, everyone. Let's go. Husul.
I mean, you have to respect how much prep work Team Secret has done coming into this. This wasn't off of a
Where the
timeout.
fuck? How did Jessie Vash get up there?
You know, so many
Oh,
days
we're
ahead,
beating the
and
choking
really
allegations,
showed
guys.
They had that set up. They knew what they were going for. It's
We're
that
beating the
high
choking
setup,
allegations
slide
right
in
now.
and everything as well. And like you mentioned, in a matter of 10 seconds, Gen.G had no idea what just
Gago,
hit
di
them.
live si Hanjo. Putang ina, nagising ka na Hanjo, gago.
As well. Sure, Lakia still has his Hunter's Fury too, but again, this time it's a different pinch with
What the fucker?
paranoia on
Huh?
tiles. They will get slowed down. Jeremy still just barely goes forward enough to chase him down.
Uy!
Now the Rolling Thunder come in because they've already come in for the pinch.
Tangina mo, sige, push mo na. Sige, putang ina, push mo!
He is fighting for his life, and Lakia comes in, buys just a few extra seconds.
Nice!
Sige! Ilalaban! Fight fire with fire, boys. That's the only way you can beat Gen.G.
Trade opportunities available.
Breaking the curse!
Angles. They had the shots, but Team
Shit.
with that tiles control turn things around. Look at how Jeremy's watching down one angle. Look at how Jessie Vash is walking down another. This is impressive stuff. Again, switching up the pace. Gen.G is
Nice
so
space. I
surprised.
like
So
this from
impressive.
TS, man.
Rolling Thunder
Sabi nila, putang ina kasi, bagal natin eh. G na natin to, pre.
This composition of Gen.G's, it's great. You can slow things down. It's great if you can play default.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Tangina, Jeremy, bilisan mo. Taga Mindanao ka, di ba? Dito mo gawin yan sa Mindanao. Yun na naman yung recon niya, pre. Oh, wala na. GG's na, pre. GG's na, pre. Kakain na kami! Kakain na kami! Let's go! Suwi nga. Beating the choking allegations right here, right now.
Yun lang pala eh. Mag-attacker sa defending.
Oo nga eh. Just attack the defending. Remember. Pre, kung dinefend lang natin yung attacking natin, in-attack ang defend, edi panalo ang defending, di ba? Tangin na. Ano sinabi ko? I don't know what I said. W strat.
I can believe it's happening, Quack.
W strat. Everyone in the chat, W right now.
And faster. And Gen.G
Sometimes, you don't have to defend. You have to go on offend. Pre, anong thesis defended? Thesis offended.
Pieces of util that were landing, you know, obviously
Sometimes you have to attack your panel, not defend from the panel.
And also I was kind of watching Jessie clear.
Trust me, I'm cum laude.
Really well. Meteor did not look comfortable at all.
O tara,
On
buksan
that
natin yung pizza, pre.
So, I don't know what to tell you.
It's pizza time, boys. Nanalo eh. Nanalo eh. It's pizza times.
Really, really dominant and a lot of mistakes being
Choose outcome, team secret. Hindi dapat pumusta ko ng 50k gago. The best defense is sometimes the best offense. Sim.
You know, versus two players that basically have like no health remaining. There was a lot of rounds.
Who's gonna take map 2, guys? We're doing a gamba again. Congratulations for those who believed in Team Secret. You guys are the GOAT, man. Never doubt the Filipinos, chat.
99% of the time.
We beat the choking allegations. Shit. Matatrauma na sana ako.
But this is still way more dominant than I anticipated. I thought, you know, Secret are going to be able to take this map. It's going to be a 10 something more within that scope rather than his domination.
Yeah, I mean, even scoreline aside, just watching every single round and how it was played out, it looked extremely dominant by
Let's go.
Secret, and I think you're onto
Grabe, look at
something.
this, man.
Gen.G
11
looks
first
awesome.
kills,
It's
10
not to
post
take away from
plants.
Secret. Secret looks
It
great.
was
They've been looking
perfect.
great
It was
over
absolutely
their
perfect.
last 3 matches, but today, I
Sim,
don't know
we checked that.
what's
We
going
beat
on,
the
but
choking
yeah,
allegations. Sim.
scoreline here. I mean, Gen.G had
Sarap,
a
sarap
little
yan,
bit
pre.
of a climb back in the second half, but you know, it wasn't quite enough to get there.
I just looked at the
It's pizza time!
it is right now, and it's
Everybody
5:40
spam the pizza
PM.
emoji.
We got the walkouts at 5 p.m., right? Like,
Yeah.
that
Guys,
was
by the way, may
extremely
billboard kami sa
fast
Guadalupe.
map. I'm just blown away here. I mean, the pace of
Si
the
Nikos yung
tempo
kasama ko,
that
napunta akong
Secret came at,
billboard.
and the coordination
Siya yung taga-record ko.
was outrageously good, and that just set the tempo the whole way. I mean, Gen.G punched back a little bit when they moved over to attackers, but
May billboard kami sa Guadalupe, guys. Tingnan na lang.
Yeah, and for
Pizza
those of you who
time.
missed that game because it was so fast, here are some of the highlight moments from it. We start off really.
Meron sausage to yung
here.
cast niya.
It looked like, you know, with Locky and this 3K it looked like it was gonna be a Gen.G domination, but you know the second round
Dude,
immediately.
grabe yung 50 round natin. Tingnan mo.
Yeah, my jaw was very much on the floor because again, this is
Oh,
just
gago.
a level above from Secret that I had not been expecting coming into this. Not to sound like I was disrespecting them at all.
Obliterated them.
This is a series that they very well could take, and right now it looks like they're poised to do so. This is also just
We're a good team right now, chat.
operating at,
We just have to
a
stop
level that we
choking.
are used to seeing whatsoever. I thought
Choke pa. Kala mo lang ang titi natin, eh, no?
feeling a lot more refreshed,
What am I saying, bro?
invigorated. We saw they had, you know, a bit of
Bastos, bastos.
They used that time not to scrim. They went on a trip, and then they came back. They stumbled a little bit in their returning series. Once more.
well, I think it's also partly because this is a team Secret we've never seen before.
One question.
Like the
Do you
tempo
like
and the speed
pineapples
that
on
they're
pizza,
playing
chat?
at here is very unusual for them because usually they're a
Chad,
team
do you like
that wants
pineapples
to
on
kinda take
pizza?
some time. They're going to use some of that
Ako,
info to
meh.
come at you. Yeah, sure, they'll come at you with hard, fast rounds from time to time, but this was
It's
like
a
the
meh for
pace that
me.
they were playing is, dare I
Oh,
say, almost
50-50
Paper
yung shot, oh.
Rex-esque. Like, it's really crazy.
Well, the thing is, like, while
50-50 yung shot,
maybe Gen.G didn't anticipate that Secret were going to be playing at this
It's
pace,
meh,
it's not
it's
like they
meh.
haven't dealt with this kind of pace
Right.
before because they were able to beat Paper Rex before all the way
Really?
back over in kickoff. They took down Team Heretics, which if you
Yeah,
want to talk about pace of
exactly.
team, that is one of the ones right there near the top with some of the entries from Woot. So the fact that they weren't able to shut
I'm
things
half
down,
Filipino,
having those
half
timeout
Hawaiian.
calls lead to basically no value whatsoever is
Not
a
the best,
testament
but I'd
to
eat. That is
Secret
that is the
really
most
being on
Filipino
point
thing
and
ever to
nailing
say.
every single
Wala
one of
tayong
their
choice,
shots,
kainin mo na.
but also
Ano,
for
wala
Gen.G to be wavering
Gutom
quite a
tayo
bit
eh.
on that opening
Hindi-
map.
are we gonna
For them,
pass on
They
food?
need to be able to get back on the horse.
Tangina.
They're going to be in a
Pinoy
bit
tayo,
more
lahat
of a
kakainin
comfortable
natin.
position going into Lotus, a map that they are incredibly more well-versed at compared to Sunset, and one where I find that they run a much better
Real shit,
composition,
right?
frankly. But Secret, plenty of opportunity to maybe cook up their own
Opo,
stuff.
patitite.
come
What
up
do you
with
mean?
Maybe some changes coming
Whoa.
through, but also to just
Poverty
study
type
how
of
Gen.G
shit.
like to play on this map.
Neon Part
Yes, sir.
2. I think
It
that's what we're gonna
probably
see.
is.
For Secret, I think so.
Oh, for Secret, totally possible. Gen.G, I don't know. Is there any history of neons on this roster that we know off the top of our heads? Maybe, and even if not, sometimes
consistently.
we could be surprised by it. I mean,
I'm
Jing
sure
did it
Texas
yesterday.
played it. Like, I'm sure he has.
Lotus?
In 2 seconds.
I don't think we've ever
I
beat
feel
Gen.G and
like there
Lotus
had to be
yet,
a
so
moment where he at least tried it, or maybe Meteor did, but
we'll see.
it isn't something that
Yo, who the
they're
fuck bet
comfortable with
50K
or
on
something that
Gen.G?
they normally run with at all. Like,
Gago.
you think of both Meteor or
People are
Texture
still
as
betting on Gen.G.
primarily. Like, that's
God
first
damn, the
thing that comes
gambas
to
are
mind.
insane right now.
Texture also
Chan Chan Lee yan,
very great.
syempre.
twice.
Number
Yeah, I
one
was gonna
spy
say,
ng
I'm sure he's
viewer ko
tried
yan
it
eh.
at least once.
Pote kay Marilab,
there's
50K on
history
Gen.G.
there,
You
but-
guys are focused on Gen.G, huh?
I don't
but
know.
I don't remember it going well. I'm sure we might have casted one of those matches way back in the day, but
I can take a look at the stats
yeah,
average.
he's like he's gonna find the actual match.
It's just so tough. One of the things about
169
Valorant,
LCS across the 2 average now, so it's not the best.
not the best. All right, there's so much more to comment on this, but we have to do our guessing game, so you guys are going to find out if you're going to join me in Wood Rank. There's some people
We
who
have
think
a little
this
bit
is,
more
that's not a
leeway.
bronze.
I mean,
it's a Wood Rank. So the question today, I just want to, if I'm going to own a rank, I want to make sure it's right. The question today is which team is going to get more thrifties on map 2, which is Lotus. Most of you guys have picked Secret. Tie is an option to double up, double down, I believe. So, nope,
no double down.
no double down. Darn.
Yeah.
So it's a double up, no double down?
So,
Parang yun.
well, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're gonna find out when we come back.
there's no
I don't
hope of
make
me
these
being
I love
three
chicken.
no matter what, so it's totally fine.
We're
I only have like
Chober is in
2 more
diamond.
days
You know
on
what,
the
chat?
desk. So like,
Oh.
I'd have to get like
I love-
everyone right the rest of the way.
All right.
Unless
I'm confirmed Filipino, so I love
I
balot.
think there will be. There
Hindi ako
always
spy,
be a
guys.
chance to do this.
Because I love balot eh.
Thrift.
I actually love balot.
Okay.
I don't have anything clever else to write.
Ano
just
pa
my
bang
answer.
gusto ko?
Yeah, that's okay.
Isaw,
That's you're meant to only
isaw, ang
write
sarap.
your answer.
Yeah. I think our fans are a bit on the recency bias.
I also love bilat,
That's why
yes.
they end up in wood.
Yes, with me. You guys are wood. I was in the chat yesterday, and some people were shaming my rank. Like, you guys are wood too.
Yeah, what are you
right?
talking about? You're right there with her. All right.
What do you
Alright,
mean,
here
ano,
we
walang
go.
kanin
I
spy?
went with
Pre,
Vic
pizza to.
and some talent. I'm saying
Nakain
talent.
ka ba ng pizza na may rice? Putang ina ka?
All right.
Because I don't think that there's going to be any thrifties.
Oh, there's gonna be 0.
I think it's going to be a
Lotus
tie at
thrifties
0.
are unusual.
They are pretty.
Oo?
I mean,
You guys
it is
eat rice and
generally,
pizza?
But this is a
What
punt.
the fuck
This
is
is fully a
Carbon
punt
Card?
for me.
Okay.
I won't be shocked if either team, frankly, comes out with a thrifty.
Spaghetti with rice?
Especially
Sabagay, I used to eat
given
pancit canton
the
with
game
rice
we saw
dati.
just
Dati
now.
ako kumain ako ng Milo,
All right,
eh, Milo
so
rice.
votes in.
Puta, solid.
Okay.
No? Milo rice?
So we are gonna go into map 2 real soon. But what I wanted to say is the interesting thing about Valorant VCT is once people win that trophy, once they make it to the top, even just once, it's hard to maintain it because, especially in the case for Gen.G, there is so much tape to study on this.
Kape
The
with
meta is
rice?
constantly changing. There's new map pools, new patches.
Ano,
that
ano ba?
have
Lugaw with rice.
changed
Oh,
the
pre.
Asian
Wait, no, come
comps.
on. Lugaw
So
with
it's
rice,
really
bro. What do you
hard
mean?
to stay there on top, even though Gen.G looks so dominant since the beginning of this year. Team Secret, on the other hand, has clearly done a lot of work over the last 2 weeks, and I think this map is going to be the test
Yeah.
of whether or not it really, was that
Lahat na lang tayo nun, hirap tayo eh.
This is it. Here we go.
Yun!
Jeremy with the neon.
Jeremy and neon again.
Wild Oreo in the sky. Okay.
Envy on the Sova. They're running
Jesse's
Sky
playing-
Sova?
They're running Sky, Sova, and Jesse's playing Killjoy. This
Wait, what the fuck's going on here?
is very, very different.
Wait, what's
I mean,
going on here?
This is like so many multiple layers of information that you're going to be able to gather for Team Secret. In a very different way than
You used to
Talon's
play low,
zombie comp that they use on Ascent,
used
but
to
they kind of
play
actually do something similar where they're
Fade
using a
on
lot
this
of
map.
their abilities to get extra layers of info. So this might be kind of going back to what Dummy was talking about with us during the interview, where he's taking what they're doing at the foundation
Why so many
level
people
and then
vote
allowing
on
them to build
Gen.G?
layers upon it.
Yeah, I like this actually quite a bit. I need to see it in execution here for the side of Secret, see how practice it looks, but it looks like this
Neon is broken,
really
chat.
good scaling on the attack.
All right, we are going to be going to map 2, Gen.G versus Team Secret. What is the outcome of today, gentlemen?
Well,
Ayun.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about my prediction.
Na-trauma sa Fade si Vash.
I just want to
Oh,
say,
hindi. He actually did good
came out
on
with a
Fade on that
banger
one map sa
Sunset,
Lotus
but
against
obviously
sino ba yun?
Lotus,
Basta.
this is one of Gen.G's most comfortable maps. I mean, they, generally they have a pretty strong map pool, but Lotus has always been there.
Yeah, one of their finest map picks.
If we beat Gen.G on their map, this is gonna be
13-1
crazy.
against Global Esports, and it's definitely a very strong showing, but that said, it was against Global Esports. It's a different team now, and it's also a team that hasn't shown us any Lotus so far during Stage 2. And now they're showing us a Neon, a Sky, Sova?
Yeah, it's a very interesting version now on the desk as Texture takes a bit of a hit. We did hear Achilles talk about, sure, it can scale up. Achilles and both Paper Thin talking about the layers that you can have of utility, but the thing is you need
Diba?
to win your fights at a certain
Diba?
point, right? There's no real strong way
Texture, mga one
to
tap
just
na naman.
force
Gago!
control of Rubble or anything
Basta lang
like
tere.
that. So
Isang
we'll
flash
see
lang
how
yan.
that
Temo.
pans out
Isang
after
flash lang
the first
yan.
round, but for now it's just going to be a 4-man hold. Jessie Vash is digging so deep onto A
Isang flash lang
site,
yan.
and he doesn't spot a thing. Curious to see if he reads into this. He's actually going to get picked off, and that's the signal to go right into C site. The double triple swing out.
Sapa.
It's going to allow them to survive. The decay
Nice.
allows for
Leave it
1
be.
kill over to Lakia, but it's still going to be 3 members left alive for Team Secret.
So not an impossible retake for Gen.G, right? But if you look at the utility, there isn't all that much. Only Karen with the paranoia, and he has to make use of it.
That's
to get
crazy
better
that Viper is
control.
so useful
Secret's
in
already
Lotus even
looking
after the
to
nerf.
snuff that out. Jeremy
flash pa si
pushing
Karon.
with the Sheriff, but
tangina.
nice little collateral from Munchkin. Starts
Wow.
things off. 2G is
Clutch
in a
to.
rock in a hard place. He's going to try to find a bit of
Clutch
cover,
to si
but
James to eh.
footsteps all around him. Karen spots him out.
Yeah,
Andy.
as soon as you got that collateral, you got to save the paranoia. I love that they were considering using the paranoia there, and it seems like Munchkin perhaps just made the call to say,
Andy,
hey,
round
let's
one pa
just
lang
try
eh.
to peek
Round
this
one pa
double
lang eh.
peek, right? If we use this here now, that's not the way we're winning the round. Going for the round-winning play, showing off the Gen.G spray as well. Not too many opportunities to show us that in the first map, so you'll take what you can get here in map 2.
enjoy ba?
Munchkin. Nice
Tick knock,
clean,
knock,
though.
knock.
And these are the shots that we've
Di
been
mo alam
waiting
yung
to
tick knock,
see
knock,
from
knock?
them, because that's
Ba't di mo
what
alam
we
yung tick knock,
usually
knock, knock?
get, right?
Because
I mean, even if
spy-
you ever
spy
want
ka
to start,
siguro.
you get it in the middle of the map. Seems like today it's just a little bit slower than usual.
Kumain ka na lang.
Great start with the pistol.
That's why. I mean, you
Patahimik na ako,
normally
sige.
think Gen.G's the one with the pistols, the thrifties, and everything, and they're definitely capable of doing it, at least on this map, to say the least. Team Secret, on the other hand, though, yeah, this composition is very interesting. You mentioned that early Rebel control, and that's why we don't see them being around this side too much. In fact, it's more of Mound,
Does it sound
and they're
echoey?
just hovering around these spots, especially on the
That's your
back
problem,
pistols.
bro.
Yeah, I mean, you can almost never try to just fight Rubble, right? Because if Gen.G does decide to come out with the
Wala
Fade
yan.
Omen and Raze all together, you're just losing that fight. I mean, 99 times out of 100, there's no way for you to win it. So you're always going to be looking to gain information to regain control of that. Now, Gen.G, this time 5 rifles spot up, not going for a couple of those shares, really trying to just respect Secret and keep that range. His Texture, he does need to make an exit. Paranoia has to be used to save him as well.
What the-
He'll barely get out in time. Does he know how many members there are? That's a lot, but he even stabilizes after the slide. There's the cover in from Lakia. But
Envy gets 2.
gets 2
Wait.
kills, recovers a weapon. 2G staying alive for the time being, tries to go for the swing out.
Sayang.
Envy now just
Mapa to ni
looking
Envy eh.
to do damage. Trying to suss out which site might be weaker, as they know that there were members on both A and B.
Dog cover is a little bit of a tell. Karen wants to block.
Panalo to
this
si
off
Envy,
for a
guys. 1v3
reason. So
to.
Envy has slipped the net,
30
actually
seconds
through
left.
to stairs. Might be able to wrap back around to heaven, but nah, too many unknowns, too many variables. He's going for the safer choice. What is that? A 90-degree
What the
flick
fuck?
onto Meteor's head. Now looking for the site. He taps the spike, but Yeah, that's a tell for Terran to go in for that peek.
Charon just
Good
holding
eco though,
in
chat.
tree, able to stabilize. I mean, I'm still reeling from something's 4K clutch on A site, so I was getting a little scared once Envy made that 180. But here, Texture and Lakia, it looks like they were going to have an okay time, but it's just too many. It's just an absolute flood coming in alongside whatever utility they had on the side of Team Secret. They'll take away 3 rifles out of the 5. I think they'll be happy with that. So Gen.G now just buying up to a bonus, 2 stingers and a
Let's go,
sheriff.
Tias. Let's go.
Meanwhile,
Map
Odin
natin to, Tias.
already
Come
in
on.
the hands of Jessie Vash.
Oh, tangina, nahulog tuloy yung bong.
C-site, that's interesting. I mean, he's
Nice
pushing
there.
up front now, but
Look.
look at the teleportation from
Look.
Charon with the classics. He's trying to stay alive. Eats a shock dart though, back to the stinger.
Nice one.
Jesse Vash just fires on
Tangina, nahulog yung manok.
another collateral for Munchkin. That's the second one today. Wild Oreo
Tangina mo.
fires right back, and this is onto a one-on-one. It's Meteor with the sheriff. Welcome back.
What?
Gen.G, 3 rounds in a row.
Hindi na ako nagsalita eh.
And that bonus, buy up to the stingers. And once again, I mean, sure, this time Team Secret, they use the Odin so they can try to push into Rubble, but they have to avoid so much, right? They can't actually take control of Rubble. They have to get ahead of it. They're not able to cover Charon TPing right on top of that Rubble. And at that point, it's just too many people. They haven't really been able to flood the entire area. I like that they tried it once they had the clear advantage in the firepower, right? You have the Odin. Just try to go for that suppressive fire, but
Nakachamba pa to si Munchkin.
Munchkin just telling him he's on the left. And Meteor does answer in response with a kill. But now that's a 3-0 start. A very, very different look from Gen.G here on map 2.
And this is where the Neon is supposed to be stronger, just flooding right through, but Meteor answers right back. I mean, look at how he plays through the smokes on this. Spots out Jessie Vash, but he's tagging him with that Marshall, his very own signature weapon. Lakia finds the trades right on through, and Texture with the push out manages to secure the kill onto Team Secret.
Well, Secret might have waken up the sleeping tiger here on the side of Gen.G as they are just stomping through Lotus. Very different look. Nightfall now online. Only a couple points away from the pit and the showstopper as well. And Secret, they're probably looking at this next buy round to see if they can stop it, if they can get some of that momentum back. As I mean, what a hold on that C site.
But that begs the question, right? I came into this thinking Gen.G's adaptability is going to be tested. But Team Secret's composition, we haven't seen all too much of it yet. I mean, they're trying out things where they're going for a lot of space control with that fast lane, with Jeremy and everything, but it hasn't quite worked out just yet. Now, Jessie Vash kind of lurking around the back behind Rubble. He does get hit with quite a bit of utility. The rest of the squad, though, actually just pushing at the C site.
This is an opportunity for Secret, though. Now that you've
Let's
seen
get one round. Let's get one round, boys. Come on.
Paranoia was used over on Rubble, you can slowly regain
back.
some control, get some information, at least try to push them back to force them back.
One round,
into
boys. Come on.
position. Now, Gen.G, just saying that, hey, they're
Generally,
probably just going to still
I
stick
think
around over on the C site. We haven't
Lotus
really
is an
heard
attacker-sided
anything
map.
otherwise. Han going to be going in for the check, and that should be the notice.
Nice, Jer.
Going to get that kill, though. There are the Seekers to Paranoia chasing through. They can't quite catch Meteor just yet. He's still alive in the back of sight. Lakia coming in for the trade and the support. Meteor
Nice,
gets
Envy.
taken down. Lakia now
Lakia
all down.
now.
Alone, but he gets
What?
another, stays
What
alive.
the
The cover
fuck?
from
Ang ina
Texture
talaga ni
is
Texture,
perfect.
nakakainis.
And Lakia truly has been
Ayan na naman
the
siya. Pag
torch
ito
here
nag-hit
for
up si Texture,
Gen.G
mahirapan
today.
tayo nito.
It's Jessie Vash all alone.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Down
Minute,
the
ah.
triple kill for Texture.
And that is now the 5th round in a row for Gen.G. The
Ang
reads,
ina.
the rotations, everything goes through really quickly.
Baka early pick na
I
tayo
was
dun eh.
just thinking, I mean, the way that they hit this site, they were looking pretty darn good on it. But as soon as Lakia
What the
turned
fuck,
things
this
on,
Texture
I
kid?
mean, Jeremy ball, even with a relay bolt, just to secure the kill on towards the back of the site, Lakia knew where he was about to peek out from. Texture knew when he had to show up, and everything from Gen.G just arrived in the nick of time.
Lore accurate Gen.G.
5-0.
Gen.G's Lotus is
wanna
so
pump the
good.
brakes a little bit. Coach Dummy.
Yan si James, oh. Chill lang, James. Pogi ni James, oh. Yo, di po, ta.
On the attacking side. And one thing that we saw in that previous round was Gen.G again recognizing that, you know, Secret, they're weak on that A side at the start of the round. You can really force them far back. I mean, Jessie Vash did his best to hold on to that extra nano swarm. You know, he was able to stabilize a bit. But that's a threat that will always loom over Secret's head.
Kalma lang. Kakambak tayo, guys. Kakambak
Just that
tayo.
one relay bolt. Even the guiding light's not a surefire
Well,
clear over on
this is
that
Gen.G's
area of
map,
the
so come on.
that's why Team Secret, I guess, are facing some
Kasalanan ni
difficulties
Razit. Oh,
with
ba't
finding
ako?
the cleanest entries into sites.
Ba't naging
Gen.G
kasalanan ko, pre?
are
Ako na naman.
not giving up space that easily this time, at least not on
Ano nangyari
Lotus.
sa'yo?
The way that they're going for these early controls,
Lods, stress na ako,
right
Lods.
now, you see the pings on the map.
5-0,
going for that
putang
play up
ina.
on Rebel again.
No, no reason not to.
Bot coming back.
Just try to contest for it. Not going to be a full
Hinulog mo kasi
commit,
yung manok namin.
but we will see the
Nahulog yung
Peachos
manok ni
just to
Kyle.
hold the map bay.
Bobo talaga.
Sight of just the Killjoy, and that's to know that this is the tail end once again.
Oh,
Jessie just
Jessie,
swings out
sayang.
confidently with support of Karon. The haunt lands
60
as well.
on texture. Texture is low.
No trade afforded by 2G.
Feel ko talaga kailangan natin
I
to
was
i-ban
wondering,
yung
I mean,
Lotus,
you've got
no?
this overdrive, you've got this
Like, we keep
Hunter's
playing this
Fury,
map, I
Team
feel like
Secret.
we don't
Are
wanna
they
play
gonna be
this
looking to do
map.
anything with it? Without the clearest entries, without that much information on either site, it's too difficult to call. They're not going in for the Hail Mary.
And now without the Killjoy, you don't have someone to watch your flanks. You're just trying to re-clear this side that you've already given up over to the side of Gen.G. You imagine that it should be a weaker part of the map, as that is usually how this push out onto Rebel is played. So you push back with the drone. And
Pag ito
again,
napatay
that
pa to
turret
si
not
Texture,
activated
ewan
with
ko
the
na lang.
Killjoy being down. They have to commit to the safe
Fuck,
side.
ubos
The
sila.
Paranoia's good. Karon
Nice
just
flash.
stay alive. The Paranoia just completely
Nice!
for the second,
This-
but it's
this could be the
too
first round.
many
Don't choke on me,
members.
boys.
Jeremy just being the
Come
bait,
on.
just being the
Wait,
scout.
Texture has an ulti though.
Now it's up to Lakia to
Oh
hold
my
that
god, they're
bay
all
again.
bundled up in
Showstopper
one
to try to buy
corner.
time. But Jeremy,
Wow.
clean shot right through the edge of heaven. And Texture's now just holding the line.
Hughes running out to the last
Oh,
second.
boom!
Oh,
Ang
and
ina ng
catches
Jeremy.
onto
Tingnan mo.
Jeremy at the very
Tingnan
last
mo.
moment. Onto the paint shells now. He goes in to clear out the tree. But 2G managed to hold clear. With the Guardian though, taps on
Putang ina
through.
mo.
Munchkin finds the trade.
2v2, come on.
With that, 2-on-2.
Putting a fake onto tree, but Meteor already gets spotted. There's a double swing though. They don't expect
What
it to be
the
that
fuck?
fast.
Swing niya.
The wraparound from
Open
Invades,
swing.
just a stinger. He can't get the kill.
Ah, ang
The
swerte
first
ni
target
Meteor,
gets the
puta!
fake, but not many more bullets after that. Now it is going to be the spike defuse.
Di pa sure
Gen.G
kill
up
yun, no?
6-0.
Rapid fire kickback a little bit too high, but that's it. I mean, not
Swerte.
too bad of an idea from Team Secret, right? The way that they managed to take down this site, kind of doubling back
Puta.
after losing Jessie Vash.
Sabog si Jeremy.
Going through tree in that
Ganda ng swing
fashion.
doon ni Meteor,
I
oh.
think the
Chill
funniest
lang, oh.
part was Karon not being able to find the kills, but that said, it gave them enough information. Without the
Gogo, chill
firepower,
lang siya, oh.
Gen.G had the right retake protocols to really
Kakainis.
surround them completely. Now,
Oh, kasalanan
Gen.G
ko na
has
naman.
built up that much
Kasalanan
of
ko
the
na
bank.
naman.
They've got the ultimates, but so does Team Secret, trying to execute with the overdrive now.
Pasok na si Jero.
Yeah, it's just going to be a fast hit, but Texture's ready for
Holy
it.
fuck, he just
Knows
died.
the weave in and out, and that's shut down immediately.
Nakaka-
You're trying to go
until
for a
ni
fast
Texture
rotate
si
over
Jeff.
to C, but you just have
Nakakuha ng
zero
space, eh.
information. Team Secret stuck in chaos here in B main, and now they're just hoping and praying once again. Hoping and praying that their fakes are going to work, as they have no control over other parts of the map. Gen.G just keeping them trapped.
Nadidif tayo ni
Fish in a
Meteor,
barrel.
kanina pa yan ah.
Like fish in a barrel, Gen.G will try to shoot them down too with the Odin now firing off. 2G finds a bit of a trade, while Warrior as well. But Karon and Texture, they have found their own. Spike has been retrieved, and I guess he's going to try to get it planted on the A site, but he's going to be surrounded
Pag ito
pretty
naklatch si
darn
Baldorio.
quickly. 3 players from Gen.G.
Ang ina pre, 6-0 na pre, ang sakit.
Now going up to heaven, the spike plant. It's pretty noticeable. Not gonna matter though. Meteor
Sakit si
just
Meteor.
gonna land the headshot. Everybody on Gen.G.
What the
ba?
must have woken up during that break in between the two maps, as they now lead 7-0. Not a single round on the side of Team Secret.
I mean, it happens like really quickly.
Oh, I like the
Hey, not my
artistic
fault. Don't,
creativity
I'm not
here.
the jinx.
Having fun now.
Hey, chill,
Yeah, it's
chat.
important to keep those spirits
Hindi ko
up,
naman
right?
to
But
kasalanan
this is
eh.
very, very awesome to watch Gen.G operate in this fashion, right? They get the early denial against Jeremy, and then instantly you see the layer of smokes that they set up. They block off C, they block off B, and of course the toxic screen just extends all the way to A as well. I mean, that's why Team Secret did not have any control whatsoever. Karon and Munchkin
Lods,
are
ano
just
na
staying
lang.
on top of things.
What if we get
so darn well.
6-6,
Lakia now gonna be
7-5,
shutting down A side
Copium.
with the Odin. The Paranoia used early as well. I mean, the fact that Gen.G feels comfortable just committing this Paranoia
Oh.
every chance they
What the
get.
fuck?
There.
Jesse, see if you get out alive. Yeah, you just gotta
Cater.
bail out of there, because we know that Lakia will go through all 100 in that first magazine to really spam out anybody who hides out in A lobby. So now forced to go to C. Gen.G's ready for it. They're very well aware
Tangina ng texture, din naman yung angle ni texture, oh.
Alt stalls them for the longest
Patay
time.
naman.
Hunter's Fury in now.
Oh!
And for Jeremy to
Tangina
get a look
ka,
at the
inubos si
space.
Jeremy.
Triple kill is good.
Yan, dito
With
mo gawin
that,
yan sa Mindanao,
the
boy.
site will
Ano?
be pretty much handed over on
Dito
Team
mo gawin yan
Secret.
ngayon sa Mindanao.
The long-awaited Hunter's Fury, they just couldn't find a good round to use it on.
Fuck!
You know you stopped it, though. I mean, this is giving a lot of time to seize as well. It's all time for Karon to try to wrap around. If he can get the kill onto Jeremy, this is a retake that's doable. Karon gets one. He opens up the site. He finds sight of another Lockya coming in, but he will not
Nice
get the
to
kill
get.
with the shorty. And now they're two spread
That's
out.
one, boys. That's one.
We'll
Good
stop
round.
it for that
7-5,
precious
7-5,
first
come
round
on.
win.
Wow. That Odin kind of works out for a second.
Razzie, you're in 1x?
Secret
What
on
do you
the
mean?
Side, but look at this. The Hunter's Fury combo in with Jeremy
Boom.
switching up the pace. Something that maybe Gen.G didn't
Come
quite
on,
expect.
boys.
I thought that Meteor really managed to stall
Come on.
them with that Nanoswarm, but Jeremy is just quick enough to come in and slay it, all three of them down.
Yeah, and the Hunter's Fury just targeting that pillar as well. So either saying you either exit the site or you have to come close. Jeremy's ready for it. So that's a play that Team Secret.
You know what? It's
worked
time to
on
do the
for
anti-jinx.
sure.
Let's go,
Now
Gen.G.
Seeker's back
Let's
online.
go.
You do have your own lockdown as well. Meteor
Talo
is
na
zoned
yung
to
TS,
counter on the
sige.
defensive side. Killjoy
Time to
setup
do the
switched
counter
over
jinx,
to A. And now two members. over
Okay,
on the C side.
13-1,
Paranoid's gonna
easy.
chase Texture out. Karon
Yes,
all
intro
alone.
boy.
He needs to find the first target, but the Secret distracts him.
Sabog.
So does Texture.
Gumagana
He's
yun
gonna
eh,
have to back
ginagawa
out.
nila.
Gen.G will have to wait for an opportunity. 2GE will get spotted, but that's the timing for the aggressive
Nice.
lockdown just to secure the spike plant.
Trying to halt and stabilize Gen.G. They want to recover. It's going to take a little bit of time, and in that time, Team Secret, look at how they're setting up. They're actually pushing deeper into Waterfall just to try to catch them from behind. Gen.G already out from defender spawn. They put down their own lockdown, but it be
sabog.
spotted out Munchkin.
Nice call,
That
nice
is
call.
a
I
little
like
bit of a
this.
tell, and you can see the Lock is instantly turning his back around this. Meanwhile,
Nice.
Oreo just holds
Woo!
things down.
Beautiful.
Now
Absolutely
Lockya, he's
beautiful
aware of
take.
it. Yeah, he knows
Oreo,
that there could
let's
be
go.
people who are still going over to B site. He has to go for
Good
the
shit.
save.
Good shit, pare.
As there isn't much of a chance.
That's good. That's good.
There's only a few rounds left in the half, so you don't want to give any freebie ultimates over to the other side. Jessie Vash gonna be ready for it though.
Putang ina mo, ha?
Get one extra point
Pinalik
back
sa
to
kanya
his
yun.
next lockdown.
Crispy yun, ah. Crispy yun, ah.
Really great play here from Secret. I love the
Parang socks ko
decision
lang, guys.
just to
I got that
go for the
crispy
early
sock.
lockdown, right? You know that they have one too, but you know that they're so far
Still
back
7-5 here.
over from their rotation. So you decide, we're going to put our lockdown, and then we're going to make sure we actually
grabe.
gain space from it rather
Every
than
unload,
only getting
every
the spike
bundle
land.
will
That's a
back.
mistake we see a lot of teams make. It's a good adjustment.
Apart from the lockdown, it's also the Seekers and Wild Oreo's ability to read Gen.G's tendencies, right? He kind of had a sense
tahimik
to
muna tayo.
know that they
Let's go,
might
Gen.G,
actually
let's
peek over the
go.
top, so that's why
Let's
he
go, Gen.G.
manages to secure that angle and finds a couple of kills along with that entry. Good stuff from Team Secret. Let's see if they can keep this up. They don't have any ultimates this round, though.
Oh,
And
tangina,
Gen.G
spam
has
ulit.
several
Tangina
more, but
Jessie.
what is this? Jessie Vash with the Odin gets a kill outside of pillars?
Yeah, a bit of an aggressive peek out from B. Gen.G just trying to switch up their default timings just a tad bit, and Munchkin will pay for it.
Nice, he
Early
beats
util
the
expended from Gen.G just to try to hold on. Meteor has been spotted. They're going to continue to spam. Texture
Oh.
clears on B, though. He recognizes Jessie's there.
tangina.
Jessie goes for the
Nakulat siya
second
eh.
kill. Now B site open. Meteor trying to fill the gaps as soon as possible. But Jeremy's fast. The Nanoswarm pops. And there's no way
Whoops.
Lockya will stop the initial plant. And there is the Nightfall going to keep Team Secret at
2v3,
bay. This
3v3
allows
to.
Gen.G to go for a full rotate, but Jeremy's still
Jer.
holding on, being a menace.
Aggression.
Now they know that
Fuck.
Gen.G has
They go C, they
rotated
go
out of
C.
C site. Team Secret
Nice,
still
he's
making
open.
right calls, but they've
They can
been
get shot
even
from
down
behind,
to a
though.
2v2.
No more
Safe.
utility
Oi, oi,
for
oi.
either side. This is going to come down to
Nice
precise
plant backside.
gunplay. They've got the timings. They've got the sight. With that, look
Kayo
at
to,
Jessie
in
Vash
B,
deep
one-
into the
head
defender
shatter ka,
spawn.
diba?
Gen.G tries
In
to
B.
get out through. The only entry that they have in V
Ganda
is
na
trying
angle
to
ni
be
Jix.
very,
In B.
very cautious
Line ni
around
Bash.
this specific angle. Watches around the boxes, and he manages to nail
Nice.
the spray. 1-on-2 now for Meteor. A side swing, and he
Meteor
manages
na
to take
naman.
the trade. On towards Jessie Vash, but where is he? He hears the turret and has an idea. Has to clear it out, though.
Taron ni Bash to.
Nanoswarms not available. The alarm bot goes off, and he has to watch out. Is he going to think to check the back corner, though? It's not quite happening. Goes in for the tap and just
Nice one,
hovers
Bush.
his crosshair up around the right side. Spots the shoulder, goes in for it, manages to spray through.
What?
No time, no time, no time. Let's go. No time, no time, no
Unfortunately,
time.
he doesn't, and with that, Team Secret, they get the third.
Yeah, that's a rough
Big,
one. So
fucking
Meteor
big.
was thinking a bit too far ahead, right? So he spots the
Nice,
alarm bot,
nice,
recognizes
Jessie.
that there's
Good,
no
good.
peek, and he says, okay, does that mean that he might have
Wala ko lalabas
all
yung
the
mga
way
Jessie
around
haters eh.
waterfall? That's why you see him checking
May
to
lumabas
see
na
if there's
Jessie
a
hater dyan
timing
bigla eh.
play.
Nagsabi ng puta
And
eh.
he says,
Puta
okay, well,
naglit
if you're
pa.
in that
Oh,
left
ano?
cubby, then the worst thing I can do is just wait for a reaction. But at that point, too much time has passed.
Oh.
The patience from Jessie Vash. I love that he Meteor puts down his turret.
Enemy remaining.
Of course,
Buti napatay ko
if
sa
that
Invi ng
first
isa.
kill in the 2v2 helps a lot just to even the numbers. Oh,
Tawa lang siya eh.
chuckle as Team Secret has been stabilizing.
Oh,
And
sila na
Gen.G,
ngayon na timeout, o ano?
I mean, given the streak that they had, 7-0, they want to make sure they get at least 1 or 2 more rounds here in the half.
Definitely more valuable.
Cat jump shot, cat
this
jump, cat
9-3, but at the same time, also considering how this Team Secret composition might play through. I mean, they've been faced with a lot of different challenges, a lot of different changes from Team Secret, and they need to stay on top of it. I mean, again, that's, I feel, the main
Cat
story
jump.
for Gen.G today. Adaptability.
Ba't ang baba ng post timeout
They've
yun ng
been
Gen.G?
so good so far, but now faced against a team that has the
Sinabi talaga
ability to
problema. Oo na!
prepare so
Ako
well
nang
against their
kasalanan,
opponents.
guys!
The
Isisi
ability
na sa akin!
to really read their
Oo na! Ako
tendencies.
na lahat!
Gen.G
Sige.
has a bit of a challenge.
Sanay naman ako masaktan.
See what Coach Solo and HSK were able to relay to their team. While Coach Dummy on the side of Team Secret looking rather content with how Team Secret
I wonder why a lot of Japan people are watching, huh?
timeout. 1 point away from the overdrive for Jeremy, 2 away from another Seekers for Wild Oreo. But meanwhile, Showstopper for
We could get a
Texture,
7-5 here,
and now
chat.
they just wanna
Oh,
fight
I
on
like
Rumble.
this
They
stand
wanna
here.
just play it
They're all gonna get
simple,
tagged. They're all gonna get tagged
flowchart,
here.
take control of
They're
Rumble. It's
tagged.
the Paranoia trying to get ahead of it, but Secret, they've seen
Oh,
this before.
alam na nila
Jeremy
magti-TP eh. Basta
going
eh.
to get taken down
The
by
trade is there, though.
Lakia. 2G will be the one to take down Charon, so they'll be able to get the space, but now they're lacking their Neon, the explosive entry, not there anymore for Secret.
A little exchange.
So,
Regrowth was
it's so
huge
weird to
just
see
top off 2G as
a
well. He took
Sova
quite
in
a
this
bit of
map,
damage
chat.
in that
It's so weird.
early
No?
skirmish. Now the Trailblazer. Team Secret's looking for alternate escape routes, but Munchkin just loves it down. He eats the Trailblazer, but gets the headshot onto Envy.
Yeah, now you know that Team Secret is still stuck here somewhere over on A. Gen.G
4v3,
Meteor
4v3,
will be
still winnable.
looking to go back to C site just to activate his Killjoy utility in case it's a full rotate from Secret. But the Haunt still gets a target. The Paranoia comes out as well.
No, they're not gonna go here.
Lakia just spending time
Oh, they take it
away
now?
from Team Secret. There's the Showstopper as a reaction, but do they know that 2G's already snuck in? Not quite, but
Shit.
Texture's there for the trade.
patay
Still
pa ng-
holding on to the site.
Tangina na
Backup
Texture
has now
nakakainis.
arrived. Munchkin up and Evan, but Texture gets taken down.
2v2
This is
bigla.
yet another 2v2. Pit
Uy.
available, but Munchkin not
Uy!
in a position
Uy!
to use it.
Ay! Marinig ka! Makinig kayo!
Wants to go for the first peek. As Munchkin, he will be stuck with the moment he gets spotted. Jesse,
Tangina ni Boss Jessie
all the way
Vash!
down. Regrowth coming
Shot!
back out.
Ganda
Not
ng
quite
awareness
at
ni
full
Bash, no?
health. Meteor will
Laban
need
muna
a
sila.
spray down. The alarm bot keeps him trapped. He has to back out. Wants to reset. Knows that time is on his side. One
10
man has to
seconds
stick
left.
it. He wants to go for the spike blender. He gets one, but he just
Huh?
cannot
Si Bash.
swing
Grabe si
back
Bash.
around. Jessie Vash calling it to
Grabe si Boss
perfection at
Jessie.
the end of the
My
2v2.
God! He beat
Such
Texture,
impressive
he beat
plays from
Meteor,
Team
he beat
Secret.
Lakia,
I mean, the trades,
all by
Texture
himself.
With the Showstopper
On a duel.
managed to
What a
land
hold.
bit of
This
splash
man,
damage.
give-
He managed
give
to
me his
buy a bit
sense.
more time for his teammates. But as you
Give
can
me his
see,
sense.
Team Secret
Right
reads
here, right now.
everything perfectly. They knew when Texture would
All this.
possibly
1.
repeat.
Isa pa.
And at
Ika
the
pa.
same
Putang ina mo.
time, Munchkin dropped
2.
him down into drop. He made a little
Isa pa.
bit of that
3.
footstep. And that just gave away everything. Team Secret was
Dami
very
ka
aware
rin
of his
to.
position. And at that point, the alarm bot just secured the back line from where Meteor was about to approach. So now, switching up the pacing again, we're into the B site. Jeremy just creating a lot of noise and havoc onto this. Gen.G's attention has been pulled back in.
Yeah, Meteor falls
Hello?
all the
What
way
was
back,
that?
and thank goodness he did, because there
What?
was that recon bolt all the way deep in
What's happening?
Waterfall, but for now, 2GE trying to create an opening on B side. Meanwhile, Jessie Vash
Nice!
all the way in through the
Patay!
back, goes down,
Wait,
and this
Meteor
side
here.
has now been flipped. It's a
Oh.
crossfire. Meteor stuck in enemy territory. Spike recovered by Envy. Jessie Vash
Nice.
just holding on as they know Texture is the last one. Jessie Vash is just looking to buy time. He won't do
Texture
too
na
much of
naman.
it, but a
Yun
2v1 in favor
Always this
of
guy.
Secret. If they could get back to a 5-7 scoreline, what a comeback it
Medigun
would be
tayo.
for the first half. Texture picking up the pace. He knows he doesn't have time. If they're spread out, he doesn't have an option. 2GE's hiding in the off angle.
Ang ganda ng angle ni 2GE. They knew Texture's personality there. He knew he would push out to go for a 1v1.
They will be catching
But
up
2G was
5
ready.
to
James,
7
game
going into
sense
the
is
second half.
sensing.
Ridiculous.
Can't
Willie,
tell
this
game
is
sense without James.
7 rounds in a row for
Nice
Gen.G,
to get.
5 rounds in a row for
From
Gen.G.
7-0
What's
to
gonna happen in the second half?
7-5.
I mean, if it's
Let's
the
go, Gen.G, let's
streaky,
go.
overtime seems to be
Jinx.
in order.
Let's go, Gen.G.
Of course,
Let's
the
go,
live
Gen.G.
winning percent showing
That
us
seems about right.
yeah, a bit of a look on what to expect from Gen.G. However, we should note that Secret, again, a new composition.
Let's go,
So on
Gen.G,
this
let's go.
defensive side, the past winning
Woo!
percentage, their win
Pati na
rate
mag-jackal
might
pagkatapos
not
nito, pre.
have as big of an
Ay, I'm gonna
impact. No, I imagine
Pag-chill.
no, you're not going to be as
Pag ano
explosive
tayo,
and fighting for any
car
control, whether it's on
spotting,
Rumble
diba?
or Mound, but we've seen some of the plays they had, even in that last round, a deep recon bolt into Waterfall, things like that. That's what you can do with the cross-map utility. So if they can just stall the
Matandaan
first
yung question.
fight from Gen.G, Team Secret should be looking for a
Hey!
little bit extra info.
That
And it all comes down
That
to
two
this
Filipino
beginning
ano,
of the
fans in the
pistol
crowd.
on the
Double use for
second
them, chat.
half.
Double
Apart
use,
from
chat. Double use in the gang.
It's
for
also
them,
several
for that
of these
lone
Team Secret
two
players that
Filipinos
have
in the
begun to
crowd.
Step up. I mean,
Double
Rob
use,
Warrior,
chat.
reading tendencies. The support is good. And at the same time, 2GE starting to be that reliable for the team. I mean, you saw how he nailed that final kill in the last round. He was crouched. He wasn't just
Kapag mo
holding an
naman
off
si
angle. He knew exactly how to
Tigas.
play that situation.
Come on, let's go.
On to this now.
Let's get a 7-7
Gen.G,
here.
We've seen all of this before. Can they make it happen once again?
Gen.G looking to contest over on Mound, and Team Secret, they will be looking for a bit of a fight over on A, but I have to
Is it
imagine
really
that they're
to
gonna
get
wait
or
for the first piece of
2GE?
util,
To
then
get if you're
go for
Filipino,
it, or maybe
2GE
even
if
just a
you're,
deep guiding
you
light
know,
initially. We'll see what
American
the
or
idea is
English
here on the
speaking.
pistol round.
Siyempre, to
See
get
if
para
that
Pinoy
continues.
matigas. To
Recon
get.
At the ready, Han to
But you can
over
call it
on
2G if
Mound
you
as
want.
well. It's the one way from cross map
Jessie
though.
breaks the
It's going
recon.
to stall Gen.G. And Team Secret, they haven't used anything. Yeah, they're just waiting
ba yung
over on
toge,
the
guys?
side
I
of
love
Rumble
eating
to
toge.
see if there's
Sarap
a
ng
push,
toge.
and then they wanted to trap them back in with their own info. But Secret now coming out ahead on that
Yeah,
front,
kung foreigner ka,
just knowing that they were
2GE.
able to stall them away from Mound.
I suppose they're just trying to respect that toxic screen that Munchkin is so
They're going B. Look at them.
adequately
Ang
laid
dami
out
sa
for
B, oh.
them. And then they also have the option to go through Baby Door if they need Team Secret, but that's it. Gen.G are just now going through the pillars, opening up the rotating door, clearing out all the back of Mound. Are they keeping their options
Wait.
open? Maybe B, maybe C.
I
And
mean,
if they
you
can-
heard
Wait,
the
where's he
audio
going?
over on Mound as well, so
Mind
Munchkin
games
just making
nga
the
eh.
call to try to trap them out in C Mound.
What's
If
going
not,
on here?
try to go for a speed play, but the smoke was a
Grabe
bit late,
mind
and
games,
at that
oh.
point, the exit's already
Wait, they're
made.
they're
Now
calling
Gen.G
on
a
Team
bit
Secret's bluff.
trapped.
Team Secret's
Perhaps
bluffing them,
overthinking
but
it. Getting a
we're
bit
ready
too
for the
aggressive on
retake.
Mound, but they'll have to fight their way out of this one on B site. Still 40 seconds, still a chance to rotate.
Okay,
Texture's going to
no
be
plan.
digging deep into C site
could
at
be
this
C.
point. Meanwhile, teammates are coming up. Alarm
Shit,
bot will
he's not
push
ready.
back, but he's already made the
Oh,
numbers
tangina.
advantageous for Gen.G. Caron can't quite catch up just yet, but Texture's there right on top, the high-low, and Texture's
Ubus
good
tayo
for
kay
three.
Texture!
C site.
Motherfucker!
To their advantage, and Gen.G
Shit, this
should get
guy's
a safe
good.
plant.
That is the most beautiful thing so far, too. I mean, even though Karen lost his life, getting that upwards flick with the classic onto the tap allows for Texture to pick up the subsequent kill, and that's awesome. I mean, this is how Gen.G
Patay din
plays.
sana si
It's,
Texture
you know, a
kanina,
lot of
mga
respect
dali ng
and a
recon.
lot of mind games
But
as
it's
well
James,
as
though.
to how they gather information.
Okay,
and
he
then
lost
going
this.
for
Come
the
on, there's
site
no winning
hit.
this,
This is
man.
now just a 1-on-4.
Fuck, anong
No
gagawin
way
mo, pre, kung
2G
tatlo
makes it out
natingin
of this
sa'yo?
firing squad alive.
Yeah, he was even ready for
Wala,
the high-low
diba?
peek out, but it is just a classy and
Jabol,
still too
ganun.
many members. So Gen.G, sure, looks like they were going to come out to 7K, just dumping so much util, trying to trap whoever it was that pushed out over on C Mount. Jessie Vash, the killjoy. They didn't get the kill, but they were still able to quickly pivot to B site and leave themselves enough time to go for yet another
Grabe
lurk.
yun, pre, grabe yun.
And it happens with all these like tiny windows of opportunities as well. Like that's how Gen.G operates, and it's so quick, especially on this map. Texture is a
bakit
monster.
pa?
As he finds these entries onto the next round now with the Vandal in his hands. Team Secret is stacked up on the right
Wait,
side, but
They're all
they may be
stacked
able
in
to
A.
meet
Good
this
call.
Pushing back out.
The sprays, it all goes through while Oreo takes down Texture. Karen with the
Huh?
Guardians from the back line. They have to nail their shots, and they are making it happen. Envy, though,
Huh?
a little bit of a sidestep. Manages to find one more headshot.
Good-
That's
good-
three
good
guns
to
walk
know.
away, but Gen.G still with the win.
Yeah, I mean, just 3 rifles spot up and then the upgraded pistol, so at the end of the day, Gen.G, they'll still just be able to go on with a
Wala pa,
bonus
mahampas
5
sana ako
up
eh.
2 rifles. This was the same idea that they had in the first half of
Yeah,
Sunset,
9-9, come
something
on.
that Gen.G has still been sticking with. We see a lot of
Wala,
variation.
nag-throw tayo guys para di natin kalaban Gen.G sa next round. No, guys.
Sticking true
Wait,
to the three
texture
rifle
dodge the
buy.
flash.
Then the buy
Wait,
back
that's
up
wild. Did you
over
guys
here
see
on
that?
The bonus. So see what
What
they
the
can do on the attacking side now with 3 Vandals.
Pang ina.
Looking to contest round once again. Forward alarm bot. And Jessie Vash, that'll allow him to back off for the time being.
Crazy.
Meanwhile, Team Secret has their own approach to retain Rebel control. Pushing around that toxic screen still. We've got 2G now posted up on the rocks. Meanwhile,
Yeah, Viper would be good as well.
swapped up. Team Secret back to a 2-1-2, but Gen.G not pushing up all that much up front.
We wanted to win
It's back
attacking,
to this Rebel control that
but we didn't.
gives Team Secret a little bit more space.
It's a trap play at the ready though. They get spotted.
Okay.
Ano?
Paranoia's at the
Kinagat lang
ready
siya
if Gen.G commits to this. Gonna be the one-way first. He spots him, but Wild Orio's actually gonna get the spam down right through
They
the
go back.
toxic screen. That's
Nice
not the
save, nice
trade
save.
Gen.G were looking for. Drone
Nice,
comes
ano?
out
Good yung
now
ano nila
off
dun,
of that.
trade.
See if there's a lurk. They recognize there
4v
still is. So the
4v5.
opportunity to
If we get
rotate to
flawless in this
C-site
round, we
still
do
open for
beautiful shot.
Gen.G. Secret's well aware of it and slowly starting to shift their weight. Lakia will do whatever he can to try to pull them back to A, but Secret's committed now.
They're not calling the
Just
bluff.
look
They're not
at
calling the
position
bluff.
from 2GE. He's looking to just play safe if they do end up
They're
coming
not
to
playing.
the
They're
A
not calling the
side.
bluff.
Yeah, gonna need more to create that presence.
Jeremy's taking out
if
info
he
here in
wants
B.
to really
Could
bait
be C
Team
now.
Secret
Not
into
the recon.
rotating
The recon's
over, but
ready.
For now, not
What?
really moving just yet. The Prowlers, though, Envy is thinking about it, but now the Dark Cover
take
completely
tags,
tells it
Meteor.
all. It's gonna be a C hit with 15 seconds to boot. Gen.G has to move quick.
It's 2 members, but Jessie Vash,
Fuck.
a nice flick out of the poison
What
cloud.
the fuck?
That will give them the numbers advantage,
Uy.
but Munchkin,
Patay si
great
Jeremy.
cover to allow the spike to get planted in the last
No,
second.
putang
Carol
ina.
all alone on the site. Lakia has to start
1v3.
sprinting over. He's trying to cut noise,
Ay.
but he just does not have the
Saan ganun
leadership
si
to do
Lakia,
so.
puta?
3 members all on the site already for Secret. And Lakia, he'll go for it. He goes for the C's to try to make it easy, but he's just going to whiff over the shoulder.
Oh,
And he will not find the diffuser.
last ng Guardian
Still
Angel
around,
niya,
going
no?
back to
Ni
Team
Wild
Secret.
Oreo. Hindi namamatay to.
Unfortunately, the plan
The Chosen One.
somewhat gone awry.
9-6. Let's go.
Team Secret, very good job in controlling the map. Again, I mean, it's this
Oh,
Gen.G style of
Nakachong.
trying to play default, I guess. But at the same time, you know, they've gotten round to the back, so this is not the biggest loss. But great way from Team Secret to try to
Favorite ni
adapt
Lord,
around
gago.
these plays that Gen.G are trying to set out against them.
Nasa labas pa naman yung
Texture
big bike.
now has the showstopper, though, so another potential change up in
Nan-
how the
Lininis yung...
pacing of the match might go.
Mukha kang
And Team
Jose
Secret
Rizal.
respects it. They're
Fan ka ba ng Jose
actually
Rizal
rotating
haircut?
back onto the C side now.
Yeah, just trying to
Oh, they're
crash
stacking
them
A.
over on the
A
C
rush.
side if that were to happen.
They give it.
If
We're playing
not,
retake
maybe
A.
Showstoppers used on A, and that's great. But Gen.G, they're going to hold on to it. They recognize
Oh,
that there was a
rush
push
talaga,
out
lima.
on the C side, and they say, all right, worst case, it should be weak. We're not going to use this ultimate. We can use it to hold them, stall them even further on this retake. Very spread out post plan from Gen.G. Great control of their positions. They do get pushed out of stairs, which means they have to hold closer on Rumble. Munchkin, good
Huh?
for a running gun.
Free lang yun,
Lakia,
ah.
good for the trade. And now it's all
Dami.
4 members of Gen.G exited out from tree. Wild Oreo all alone.
Lahat sila nasa 3.
Wonders if there's anyone still lurking over on the site,
Gusto ni
over
Toge.
by tree.
Ay, gusto ni Wild Oreo.
Knows. All of them should be over out by main. Guiding light a little bit short.
Dude, umiwas din ako.
Oreo, he's looking for the first kill. He wants to try to even out, but now time not on his side. He's good for 1. He gets the dink onto Meteor. Wish it was a Vandal, but it's not going to be. At the end of the day, the round's still
Hirap.
going
Lakas
to
ng Gen.G sa
Gen.G.
mapa na to.
Still pretty sharp aim. Very
Last ng Gen.G sa
respectful,
mapa na
but
to.
that's it. I mean, Gen.G,
Nakakainis.
very sharp awareness as to how they want to operate around this map. I mean, yes, they have the showstopper. They made the right read as to
Pre,
how
tumatakbo
Team Secret
yun.
might play around it. And because they didn't see anybody, the way that they were controlling the timings on how, you know, Team Secret might rotate over, the way that they were fanning out
10-6
towards
is
the
not
back
bad.
just
You
to
can still
play
win this.
around their spike with the angles that they had, they managed to block off Team Secret in every possible entry. The shots were good, the trades were good,
Come on.
and Gen.G managed to stay
Gago,
on
lugi sa
top,
kalaban
now
nun,
reaching
simbok siyang
double
kalaban, ano?
digits. Team Secret forced to call the timeout.
Pag makita mo, wait lang.
10-6. It's not a bad scoreline for the timeout to try to catch back up. Not too much pressure just
You get a
yet.
10-7, next round we're good, chat. Come on.
Wild Oreo
Come
sharing
on,
some
let's
of his
go.
own thoughts as well. Alongside Envy on your screens.
Domain expansion na guys, it's time. Yeah,
Lot of
let's go.
spotlights on Wild Oreo, the man on your screens.
Ay, hindi pinatin,
Briefly,
coach.
the new
Yeah,
guy
huh?
coming in alongside 2GE, but his first time here in VCT Pacific. And
stress,
everyone has praised him, said that this was the move for Team Secret, but can it be enough to make a difference going into playoffs to set themselves up with that extra championship
Yun
point?
lang, we're on eco.
heading in
Holy
to
shit,
Champion
no?
Soul.
What's
More
the plan
also
here?
online now for
Oh my god,
Gen.G.
are we actually fighting
Seekers
A?
for Team Secret,
It's
but
4,
weaponry
it's
is
5
up right
A.
there.
5 Gen.G, 4
It's gonna be a tough
ATS.
call. They're gonna have to try to figure out what Gen.G's about to do, and meanwhile, Gen.G's starting to
We're gonna
build
get
up on
fucked
these
here. We're gonna get
ultimates. I mean,
fucked.
look at this, William. He's
Texture
got
has
the
ulti as
Nightfall,
well.
he's
We're
got From the
absolutely
Shadows,
fucked in this map.
as well as Texture's big old rocket. Now onto the C play. They've spotted out 2GE.
Yep.
And with the pistol, it's just trying to double back. Jessie Vash still trying to stay hidden with this Bucky, but pretty soon going to be spotted around the entrance now.
Yeah, see, we're
It'd
absolutely
be a good
fucked in
opening
this
shot,
map.
but Texture immediately trades. Jessie Vash trying
Shit.
to rotate all the way back around. He does
Well,
not
it's
have
fine,
the
man.
range
You can't
with this
contest
gun.
that.
It's going to be tough.
Spike planted.
Well, he's just going to have to wait. Hope that they'll give him the lockdown. Now, Gen.G, I wonder if they choose to go for it. Well, Munchkin, he wants
Time.
Viper's Pit as well, so he will go for a cheeky peek. Gets the kill right as Jessie Vash goes for the exit. That is
I think his
Viper's
map's
Pit
done
now
for.
online. Gen.G continuing to invest into the ultimate bank.
I'm gonna reverse jinx it. I think this map's done for.
And that
Ano
is
ka na ba?
knocking
Wala to
on
spy
the
itong
door.
ano, kakampi ko.
Match point now.
Sige lang, Lord. Pahinga ka lang dyan.
Got a couple
mo
of
natulog?
ultimates on Team Secret's side, but apart
Tanda.
from some of these players, doing everything that they can. Wild Oriole with 11 assists, big numbers as well on the killing side. They haven't quite been able to make this composition
Tanga na kasi mga champion na to,
well
last
against
eh.
Gen.G.
Gen.G,
They don't have
last.
the right reads, and Gen.G still just
Fuck is
trading
going on?
everything up. Look at the aggressive plays now around Rubble. Jeremy slides
Nice,
right under
Jeff.
Karen's nose. 2G
Nice,
with a
Jeff.
kill as well. Indy
Nice,
with a
Indy.
Hunter's Fury to block off any
Good
potential
ulti.
pushes.
We have the spike already.
Heavy investment from Team Secret, but they do take control of it. The fast lane was good to counter out the toxic screen. And if you're going to invest this much, you better hope that you get control of this area. 2G now going to go on
See, the
top
more
as well.
I
Spike
vote
already
for,
down. So
the
the
more
only
I
thing they're
vote
afraid of is
for
that
Gen.G, the
well,
more we
turret's
win. Let's
going
go,
to spot
Gen.G.
it. Meteor, he's been trying to eliminate that as early as possible. It's just that this time his teammates fell a bit earlier as well.
Kita.
Jesse just spots him, backs away. Says, all right, well, we know one's coming in from the flank. I'll let you know if he's coming in from stairs. Otherwise, just watch out for Baby Door. You know Texture is still here. You know that they're separated, so Team Secret, they want to take advantage of this. You know the stun has landed, and it's going to be a clean
Tang
swing.
niya, kanagat lang eh.
Meteor, all alone, trying to play whatever mind games he can. Does have the credits, but
Angas ang slide ni
not
Jer eh.
looking like there is a good chance. Obviously, Jessie Vash
30
1 point away
seconds
from the lockdown, so that's something for Meteor to
Gago,
consider as
naka-line
well.
up sila oh. Shooting squad to.
Oh.
Tang ina.
Well, 2GE, another headshot. Meteor will get 1 point towards his, and Jessie Vash at least isn't the one who gets the kill. Lockdown still a step away from Team Secret.
Close to it. Good attempt, but yeah, like you mentioned, just a great counter from Team Secret this time. Managing to read the play from Gen.G correctly, sliding through a full-on clash, but one that favors them when they play around these angles, when they
Come on,
play
boys,
around the
11-7.
utility that they have.
7-11, let's go. Sa
Not
atin
sure if
yun
it's
eh.
going to be the same call in the next round, though. And Team
Sabi
Secret's
nga,
going to have to
7-11.
switch things up. They're still trying to go in for that Rebel control.
Yeah, but it looks like it's going to be long-range support from Envy. The recon's on its way. The fast lane just to slow them down, and then the recon, so now they know it's clear. So Team Secret, this is how they always wanted to be playing it. Not to actually fight, but just to know if they should be fighting or not. Meanwhile, C-Site gonna get cleared, but it's just far back Yuto
my
because of
ulti.
the showstopper. And Jessie Vash, he'll actually
Nice
just go
kill.
for the trade. He will be successful, but at what cost? The site is opened up from the shadows, allows backup to arrive just a bit sooner. Pit still
Fuck.
available. Paranoia for a fast flood back in.
Paranoia
The
pa.
Seekers coming through. Karen will eliminate one of them, but the other one still goes all the way back. And now Team Secret slowly but surely surrounding Gen.G.
You still
tightening
plant
the
here.
choke onto this Viper's pin. Jeremy going for the spam, trying to bait them out. It's
Tang ina mo,
1-for-1
ah.
trade. Karon still good for another defense. Spike's still
2v3.
not planted. Gen.G will wait until they know for a fact that they are safe with 2GE.
Ooh, nice timing to
Threads the
get.
needle into the pit. Shrouded step to give Envy an opportunity.
Fucking
Lakia
timing!
gets set
You already
up,
knew that
and
Lakia's
2G
there.
will eventually get taken out as Munchkin brings Gen.G to map point.
Team
Come on.
Secret doing their darndest to try to dismantle this Viper's pit. I mean,
Kung
they had
if-
some good
if-
ideas,
imagine
some
if you
good
picked
plays
on
as
the
well.
right
Wild Oreo
corner.
just diving right in.
Oh.
You had Envy trying to sneak past Lakia as well. But that said, Gen.G, when you have Karen and Lakia and everyone just so aware of what they had to do, once they had this Viper spit up, the round was pretty much secured. I mean, Team Secret, like
Round
you
14
mentioned,
hard
this
cope
is
here,
how
guys.
they've
Round
always
14
wanted
hard
to make
cope.
this composition work. Just
Hard
trying
cope
to check
round 14,
trying to
question
rotate
mark?
on through, making the right reads. But unfortunately, with the ultimates on Gen.G's side, it wasn't quite meant to be. And now, with the lockdown available from Team Secret, they might be able to extend this just a bit more.
Yeah, Team Secret, they have to be ready for this. Gen.G got the read that the B side is weak, and Texture not able to land before the kill, but it's going to be the overdrive taken down. Lakia, good for 2 kills, still alive. Spike still in the hands of Gen.G, a 3v3. Gen.G might be trapped for now, but they do still have that turret to make
Lotus.
sure that their backs are
Lotus.
safe. Jessie Vash looking for
So much
time.
info. Come on, Jesse,
Recognizes
just
the
win this
rotation
fight.
Hasn't happened yet. How far does he go?
Okay, just chill. Okay na
Waiting
yan.
for it. It's a game of patience, and Karon's gonna win it! Stalwart for Gen.G, knowing that there's been a wraparound, the numbers now in their favor. The Killjoy coming out of C-side, Gen.G will look to re-clear Mound.
So much time, and they're just so patient with how they want to check and clear everything. Very diligent in how they want to move around the map. With that, site's been opened up, and they are moving on through.
Yeah,
He
GG's,
does
man.
his
Like
best
swing.
to try to get that awareness.
GG's,
try to
boys. We
get
go
that
map 3. We go map
early
3, boys.
kill
It's
to
fine.
try to thin out the numbers.
fine, we
It
go
would've
map
been a
3, chat.
2-on-2 if he got his.
Oh.
But that said, it's not
I
meant
hate
to be.
Lotus. This
Lockdown
map is
now,
shit.
and Ori with 17 HP, Will. 17 has to try to clutch this out.
Yeah, he was hoping that maybe they would come in early, try to go for the spike plant, get a cheeky kill, but he doesn't get it. Timmy the turret's his biggest enemy there.
GG,
as he has to
boys.
dip away right into
was a close
Lakia's
fight.
sight. A 4K to round
Gen.G
things
wins
out.
this one,
What a
chat.
day
Gen.G
for
wins this one.
Lakia, trying to make sure that Gen.G goes
Let's
all
go
the way
map 3.
to a
We're
third
taking
map.
split.
And they managed to go all the way through. Team Secret trying to experiment with a new composition after not showing us Lotus for the longest time. But
Gen.G
you know, it had some
or
good
TS,
ideas.
chat.
It
Who's
wasn't
gonna take
quite
map
there.
3? Gen.G or
Gen.G
TS?
still the king on
Go for the
Lotus.
gambles. It's
We'll
okay,
toss
it's
it
okay.
back
We got
over
map
to our
3, boys.
desk to break
Fine.
down all of this Lotus goodness.
Yawa. Ang inang laro to. Na
That's
0-7
right,
kasi tayo eh.
Gen.G
Kaya mahirap
remains
eh.
dominant on Lotus. While Team Secret was experimenting a
That
bit
was hard,
today,
man. That was hard, Chad.
it wasn't enough to outsmart.
Ito na naman si,
outwit,
si
and
Naisu.
outgun
Mga
Gen.G.
Pinoy na walang
Yeah,
tiwala
this
sa Pinoy.
was much more
Tangina.
for Gen.G that
Wala na,
was
Lods.
anticipating
GG sa
coming
to,
into
Pinoy,
it.
Lods. GG sa to.
Much more informed,
Mga Pinoy
hitting
talaga,
their
isang
shots,
talo lang,
having
talo na
solid
lahat eh.
reads here on Lotus, and I think it does come down to a bit of a comfort difference between the two maps. They played a lot more Lotus. They've had a lot
Kalma
more
lang kayo, may
success
map
there
three pa.
compared to Sunset, and I think that they're still really trying to figure out their identity on that first map, whereas Lotus, it's pretty much set in stone.
Yeah, they play the same comp all the time. There's been no changes. And no matter what teams throw at them, they're able to adapt to it. They're always just kind of one step ahead of you, whether that just be in the information game. Even with this comp that teams
Tama
put
sinabi ni
together
General Luna.
with
Ano
the
ba sinabi ni
Sky, with the
General Luna,
Sova,
Lods?
they still couldn't really get Gen.G to do
Bahala
like
mo.
anything they wanted them to do for the most part. They weren't able to get them to like over-rotate very often, or a lot of the things that I would think about where you're able to find like the isolated player on a site, knock them down, just didn't seem to be able to come to fruition. It's because Gen.G's protocols are so good on this map. They're so disciplined.
I mean, we started seeing it from Secret, but the problem
Yeah.
is it took way
Waiting
too
na lang
long.
na
They
mag-appear
gave
si
up those
General
first
Luna sa
7
stream ko.
rounds consecutively. They're able to run back 5, so it's like, okay, they kind of salvaged this half, but they're on the attack. They have that neon. You want to be seeing them with these pacey hits, with that solid scaling that you get because you have
Yeah, we
so
just got
much
run down,
potential
man, in
info
half-
gathering
in half the
between
map.
that Sky and that Silva.
Like
But
from
they
0
were
to
shut
7,
down so
we just
much
got
that
run
they
it
couldn't
down.
get that advantageous half. And Gen.G, you know, they're clean on both sides.
I mean, like they say, at least for Gen.G, if it ain't broke, you know, why fix it? But that's it. I'm actually kind of curious. I'm
Sunset's
just
broke.
totally
Fix it.
speculating here. I'm wondering if they're going to change things for playoffs. This comp, this has been working out really well for Gen.G, and I feel like they've just really fine-tuned it, like you said, and they're able to adapt on the fly constantly. But I wonder if they have more coming up after this. In the meantime, it's worked out very
fuck.
nicely.
I don't think for this map there's any need to change it. I mean, one of the other problems that you're going to face
Wake up, boys.
with
Inaantok
the
pa tuloy ako.
composition that Team Secret brought is taking control of certain areas of the map. That's where the Fade Raise really comes into play, and why so many teams lean into that.
Tama na, Lods.
Because of the combos you can
Hindi
utilize.
ka
The
mamamatay
Viper as
talaga
well
ako.
gives you a lot of control over the map with the you know, with the toxic screen, with the
Bawi,
pit
bawi,
even in
bawi,
some
bawi,
cases,
bawi.
like you're able to lock off a site.
You guys know
All
what
that
Bawi
utility
means? We're gonna
really
come back.
actually ends
We
up
coming
working
back,
pretty
Chad.
well.
We
Now, there was a
coming-
good
we are
moment
coming
where,
tonight.
you know, you were able to combo
Chat, type one if we are coming
the
tonight, Chad.
utility from the Sova in
We're
the sky
coming
to
back.
clear out of Viper's Pit, for example, on C. You know, get Munchkin flushed out of there and keep him completely isolated from getting back into that pit. Things like that were good, but the problem is that in the overall big picture part of it, you don't have as much space control as Gen.G does, and therefore your information gathering has to be immaculate. Your decision making off of that has to be even better.
All right.
I do want to ask your thoughts
Look at this from
on
Munchkin,
the
man.
swap for the Sova. Putting it
Grabe
on,
to si-
you know,
actually,
having
texture,
Indy play Sova
grabe
instead
sa
of
map na
Jessie
to.
Vash.
He dodged all the
Do you
flashes.
guys have any
Damn.
speculations about this?
I mean, it's a thing that we.
Tapos to si Munchkin. Munchkin was going big in this map.
And Envy, this is his third most played agent all time. You know, he has a ton of reps when it comes down to the Sova. Actually, just as
Munchkin
many
went
games
big
played
in
now
this
on
map,
Sova
guys.
as he does with KO. And Paper and myself were talking about it in the green room, saying like, well,
Fuck
KO's
me,
kind
man.
of what we think about when it comes down to Envy. It's going to be that. It's going to be the breach. Those big.
I mean, if we
flash
lose, we're not
initiators
fighting
for the team.
Gen.G, so it's okay.
So I was a little bit
guess.
surprised to see how many reps he has had on Sova in the past. And I think for the most
All right,
part,
chat.
it
Last
was
map, Gamba. Who's
fine,
gonna
but,
win?
Like, Paper was just saying,
TS or
you
Gen.G?
need
Come on,
every
map
little
three.
ounce of util that you're sending.
Our split
to
has been
be
good.
on
I hope
point,
it
to be
continues to
gathering
stay good.
information, to be denying a peak, getting damage, whatever it may be, because you don't have that same space control. I think that this comp could have some legs in the future. I'm curious if maybe this was just Jessie feeling more comfortable to call from the Killjoy perspective on this map in particular, or if there was something else in the works. Obviously, I wish we had Dummy back up here so we could pick his brain about it, but it's hard to tell. I'd be curious to see if they stick with this same comp moving forward going into the playoffs, or if this is something that they were like, okay, hey, let's try it here. We're a lock. It's a matter of if we play against Gen.G again, or if we get to play against Talon. That I don't know.
What is that
But I could see it
melee
working, but I think
skin
it needs
from-
more time.
From
Yeah.
Boss
I
Jessie.
think right now is the right time actually to experiment a little bit, test out a couple of things before you go into playoffs. I'm sure these teams have preferences and who they wanted to be seeded against, but at the same time, you know,
Gen.G still needs the championship points. Like, that actually still can potentially
Yeah.
matter. So
Come
there's
on.
still a lot
He is gonna
actually
win,
for
yeah?
Gen.G to play for.
100%, man.
Lose these matches if you don't have to. Like, actually, because of the championship point system,
Next map
there
is
could
gonna
be
be
a world where
split,
that
so
does come
it's
into
gonna
play.
be good.
So they
Split is
have
okay.
to win this. It is actually very
We're gonna have a good fight. I
That's a
mean,
fantastic
Gen.G's
point,
also good in
and
split.
probably
Just
why
texture,
Gen.G's
man.
did
Texture is
less of
just
the
so good.
experimenting compared to the other teams.
Yeah, I mean, they need
Galing ni
Paper X
texture.
to,
Galing siya.
get the
Palagi
top
siyang
three.
pressuring na
Gen.G
kalaban.
lose in the
You always
first
have to
round of
worry
playoffs,
about
they are going to be in
texture.
those single elimination matches. If they're playing against Secret again,
That
Secret
kind
get
of
a
shit,
stronger
if you
read
know
on
what
them
I'm
the
saying,
second
guys.
time up. If they end up bombing out and Paper X can't make it in the top three either, then suddenly we don't have our Master Shanghai winners going over to Champions to represent the region and have a chance at that secondary trophy.
Yeah, which would be crazy. But you know what? Crazy things happen in VCT, and that's why we like it.
He is gonna win. Take my money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would.
But hey, they're on the comeback.
Is it too soon? I don't
True,
know.
they're doing good now, which is
So that
great.
means that Gen.G would look excellent going into Masters 2025.
Yeah.
It's alright, chat. It's alright.
There's
Wake up, boys.
there's a
Way
pattern.
ahead.
We're not done
Skipping
yet.
a generation.
We're not done
Yeah,
yet.
there's a pattern here. Now, you know where's the pattern of casters D-ranking on
Yeah.
the guessing game, and that is not me and Achilles today.
I'm D-ranking. Woo!
You and the viewers.
See, no. See, this is why I got to pick against what I think's gonna happen. Because
Yes.
like I'm always wrong.
I thought the tie was going to happen.
That's true.
I was
You
right.
did that stage
That's
one.
what I did at stage 1, and I ended up like
All right.
above average.
Should I D-rank
D-rank
first?
me. I go
Okay.
to silver.
Map 3.
silver?
Yeah.
What is that?
Goes
What is that in the
up.
chat?
Wait,
What is that? What
do
is
we
that?
level up?
Yung parang-
No.
Well, this
single,
was-
single,
what is
single,
that,
single.
Well, this was, I
What
thought
is
this
this?
was because
Is
there's
that
a three
a
option that I would
na-Edwin?
move up to
Tao
diamond.
ba yan?
Whatever, I'll take it.
Okay.
What is that?
Only it's a
They said no
single.
double apparently.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
Ano yan?
Well,
Otherwise, I might have gone tie.
wins
I'm
a win.
Iron.
And
Oh,
the
it's
viewers
Gojo.
say-
Stay there.
Nah, I'd
Stay
win.
here. I just want to.
Dude,
Yeah,
Gojo's
good.
dead, no?
You guys gotta step it
They're
up.
elevated above Quack,
Yeah, I did.
but they're
'Cause they're
all
playing
still just.
That
Yeah.
was, that was a participation move. That's why. Yeah. So I mean, guessing game hard to predict, and I think this match is getting a little hard to predict.
Oh
as
my
well,
God, look,
especially
TS
with us
stats.
going into split.
Look at the stats
Both
here.
of these teams pretty darn good at split. Do you
Look at
think
the stats.
there was a lot of
3-0.
changes?
Fuck, this better be
for
ours.
Gen.G over,
The defending is
again,
immaculate here.
these
Come
stats
on.
are only from here in
Come on.
Pacific and not.
Come on, guys.
Gen.G
Come
over
on.
the
Let's come. Let's
international
come. Let's go.
stage. Do you think there are a lot of learnings from the international stage that they'll be carrying forth against Team Secret today, who has
Ano yan?
right now never lost?
Ano yan?
Oh, for sure, there has to be. But I think what the biggest thing they've learned
The new
is
trophy,
not
I haven't
running
seen
the
it yet,
double
bro.
duelist seems to work a lot better for them in this map. Having Meteor on that Cypher
Gago, solid
really
stop
makes
lane,
it a
no?
lot more difficult for teams to find success on Gen.G's defender side. And that was
I
a
was
big
born in
pain
Konoha,
point
but
for them.
after
As
getting
it is going to
sassy,
be
my
with any
parents
double duelist
illegally
comp, the problem
immigrated
was
to
their
Marley.
attack side wasn't good enough with
Whoa.
the double duelist to justify not having
That
the
sounds
Sentinel
like
in there.
crossover
So
ng
throw the
Naruto
Cypher
and
back in.
Attack on Titan,
Should
ah.
be a mirror matchup, I expect, unless Team Secret's cooking again. Who knows? But I think this is a much more stable comp for Gen.G, so I think in some ways like that graphic up there doesn't quite do justice to what this new form that they showed us has given us, because they look
go.
better at Shanghai as well on Split.
yeah.
So this is
Let's
a
go, let's go,
different
let's go.
Gen.G than what those stats show on the left hand side.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G and Shanghai, this was, map 5. This was the 13-3 over Heretics. It was just gorgeous reading the entire
Yo.
way throughout. From Munchkin really understanding exactly
What
what
is
Heretics is
that?
going to be doing. Whether or
Come
not
on,
you get a
guys. We need your
similar
team
read
secret powers.
on Jessie
Everyone in the
Vash's
chat,
call coming
spam
into this map is a
TS.
completely different story.
The
'Cause right
TS
now,
logo in the
this has been a
chat.
very
Let's go
strong map for
TS.
Secret.
TS
They've
win.
played it
We win
3
this. We win
times.
this.
They haven't lost on it.
We win this,
Haven't
guys.
really
We
been played
fucking
that
win
closely on this map
this.
either, whereas Gen.G, they had that 13-3, then they came
We
back into
fucking
stage
win
2,
this.
played against T1, and that one ended up going to OT. So they haven't had the cleanest run back on this
Yeah,
map.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Let's go,
also
let's go,
the
let's
second
go.
time that we're going to be seeing it since Shanghai.
Let's go. Let's go. We
Well,
win this.
I do want to ask you guys, how are you feeling about your predictions now? Having
fine.
seen,
Done.
Yeah, I'm fine.
still sticking with it.
Sure.
No flip flops.
Like I said, I thought, for Secret to have a chance, they needed to be able to get the victory on Sunset.
may
They
ilaw.
were able to
Ah!
do that. The run back here from Gen.G on Lotus, I think, was widely expected. But Split becomes a bit more coin flippy, especially as we're just going to be having mirrored compositions between the teams. No changes whatsoever.
Friend namin nun.
OT. I'm feeling an OT.
You're feeling an OT?
It's Split, baby.
Oh yeah, OT split.
Here's the other thing
Okay, we got
have to
Cypher
consider.
on Jesse,
Since Lotus
Invi
began,
on Viper. Now we're
started
using our
raining
mains.
outside.
Jeremy on Raze.
Oh, and that's
This is gonna
Munchkin's
be
good
good.
luck charm. It's
Yeah.
over. Sorry, Team Secret fans. It's over.
Oh no, get some
Kung sabi
pineapples
nun,
on stage.
It's
susuntukin
been
ko.
drizzling a little bit
Joke lang.
outside, so
Yeah.
I keep trying to
Si
bring
J-Mac
pineapple,
nanonood pala, oh.
but they keep
J-Mac
looking at me
FPS.
like I'm weird. I don't know.
Musta big
Like
bike mo,
that,
I don't know
Lods?
why.
that white fella doesn't know that it's not Kenya.
Sige, mag 100k champion. Sige nga. Utang ina ka.
All right, we're gonna go to
Sige
the
nga,
final
100K mo nga sa
game of this
Gen.G.
first series
Sige
of
nga, matapang
today.
ka.
Let's go over to Chobra and Quack.
Pasit Canton, Chirimansi, tapos
Thank you
Scope
very
Zero
much.
while watching Damn
It
so
is
good. I
indeed
know, right?
drizzling here in Seoul, but if we are to believe the weather forecast, which you should actually never do because they're almost never correct, the rain is supposed to stop by
Sige
around
nga.
9 p.m. So if Team Secret
Ah,
can stay in
takot.
overtime
Takot,
for 2
wala.
hours,
Hindi na
then
100k.
they might have a shot.
Dear
2
Dr.
hours
Love,
overtime.
there's one viewer that put 100k on
Yeah,
TS, bro.
right at the
Thanks for
curve.
believing, brother.
Holy bang.
Let's go, chat!
Lit.
Everyone,
Yeah,
Magina!
we hope so. We're not
Magina,
gonna be seeing
map
it for a
3.
long while.
Gen.G versus TS,
So
the
Gen.G and
champions
Team Secret
of
hoping to give
Valorant
it a good
Shanghai
send-off
versus
before it gets
some
swapped out for
Filipino
a bit
blokes.
here in the playoffs
You
for
know?
VCT Pacific.
Furious
But
Greatest
counting down,
versus
Team Secret
a bunch
on
of
the
Pinoys,
initiative.
Chad.
No comp changes since each team's last
Ba't mukha mo na
match.
sa 1x?
So we do see Wildori was sticking with this guy, Munchkin. Just wants to make sure that he sends a message on the pistol. Takes out Jeremy.
Tiny sliver, that's all you need. And with that, Team Secret already losing a member. We do have Envy kind of sneaking past Mailroom now, so a little bit of B Heaven control, and that's where the spike is, but nothing to commit to just yet. They're still trying to look for Gen.G, but look at how they're keeping themselves hidden. Meteor as well has his crosshairs trained onto
Yeah, the border fried
Spots
eggs
out
sa
Envy,
Pancit
couple
Canton.
attacks, and that's 2
GG's.
headshots for Meteor.
GG's.
Now, of course, with the kill over onto Jessie Vash over by the A side, it became all too clear for Gen.G. There was going to be a sneak attack onto B.
GG's, boys.
Team Secret not investing
Everyone in the
enough
chat,
of their
type
points onto
GG's
the
just
sneak
to
this time around.
jinx us,
It's
man.
2GE.
Oh!
Still good for a kill. He has been fragging out today.
Type GG's to jinx Gen.G.
Several members quite low on Gen.G, but 2G, so is himself. Another one for Texture. Listen,
This is the
I'm,
map
like,
where
very,
Gen.G
very
became
confident the
champions.
round is over, but
Yeah, well,
GG's
this is
trying
the
to
map
make me a
where-
doubter right now. 20
where we beat
seconds on the
PRX at.
clock. A Ghost and 15 HP to his name. Then there's the Decay as well. He's trying to
To get
inch in,
to get
but
wins
he
this,
would have
no
to get
cap.
the kills, get the spike. jump down. At this point, just
Target wins this, guys.
He knows his mission.
I'm just kidding.
Munchkin
Hard
catch him in
copium.
the back.
Yeah, making all those footsteps kind of gives it away, but still, I mean, good attempts from 2G nonetheless, but Gen.G, Munchkin, the way that they're controlling this, that early peek out from Mailroom just does it all. With that, you know, it was that much more difficult for Team Secret to find their dive capabilities, right? You can't lose your raise that early on. And
You know that
actually
angle
just
is so
try to,
fucked.
You know, dry peek through
Like
the
that
smoke.
box, you never expect
Here's
that.
just like another day in the
Oh,
office,
yeah,
2
Meteor.
headshots, easy.
Yeah, taking in the Devi look right now, the Devi vibe. Yeah,
Yo,
leaning
upper.
back.
Wait, my
Yeah,
my
just
my
waiting
stream is
to
in
clock
1x.
out of the office.
Dude, that's not allowed.
Well, Team Secret
I didn't
now
even
just
allow
so
that.
classics, saving
Show me the
up.
link, bro.
We do have
Send a
some
screenshot in the
intel, but we'll
Discord.
be looking to
We're
save
gonna
that as
fucking
much
take
as
those
possible.
fuckers down.
Texture. Not gonna be looking to peek out
Patay,
just
ubos.
yet, as we do see Meteor
Oh my
just
God, we're
spraying
fucked.
down against the opponents with the Bulldog. 4 gunspot for
fucked.
Gen.G and Shirley 4 carried over. And
We're cooked,
4
boys. That was a
kills
flawless round
Meteor,
for Gen.G.
as Gen.G will be leading 2-0.
My man,
We're cooked.
round 3 neural theft, and if we can get another kill, that'll be even bigger too. But
Joke lang,
that
round
said,
2
I
lang
mean,
eh.
it's
This is
the
a defender-sided
smart
map, by the
ways of
way.
How he kind of anticipates the potential push. He knows that
We're-
if
this
they
is a
are gonna
defender-sided
push my
map,
cyber
chat,
cage,
so-
they're very likely to jump to the
All
side.
good.
That's why that
All
strip
good, all
is
good.
right there, and it just
Gago
catches
mo ako.
onto
What the
player
fuck?
as they
Screenshot mo
try to
nga.
push on through.
Bawal yan,
And
ah.
at the same time, you've got support
Oh.
pushing down red.
Ongo,
Can't
screenshot
tell
mo
if
nga
this is intentional.
He's a salary man.
Yeah,
man.
I just-
Screenshot mo.
I mean, I guess he is probably getting paid a salary,
What the
but I imagine it's not hourly. Well, I mean, intentional or
Yeah,
not,
we about to
it's
fucking
working.
infringe
Like the
them,
Des
boys.
said, if it ain't broke, don't fix
We're
it.
about to infringe them.
See how much more lax Meteor can be.
Oh, pff, they better fucking pay up or get cooked. Dalawa lang yan.
Jessie Vash just trying to keep their options open with that A lurk,
We
but
about to
right
infringe
now,
them,
he's not
bro.
being given an opening. I mean, Gen.G is holding very close, far forward. Trailblazer re-clear on the A side as well as we keep our eyes here. There it is, Trailblazer
Oh.
flies past it. He wants to go
Shit!
for the quick
Texture and
peek
bilis.
out. It's going to be the paint shells to keep him at bay,
Come on,
but
let's
also
go.
take away the tripwire. This means Jessie has to stick around if they want an option over to the A side. Gen.G will use this to their advantage to start the rotate over to B.
Oh boy. We get this round, we win. Come on.
Over,
Oh, gago
Munchkin's
na
there to
shotgun.
receive. If they
I
go down into
wouldn't want to
vents,
push this.
That's where Karen
putang
is
ina,
with the
sabog ka
judge
talaga
lying
dyan.
in wait. At the same time, just trying to read how Team Secret might move across the map. Texture starting to rotate all around. They spotted out Jessie Vash, just creating a little bit of that presence and relying on Meteor alongside Munchkin with all of their utilities just to anchor down the B site. So far, so good. They've managed to even out the odds. Now spotting out the barrel. Great shot
Wala
from
ka na,
Munchkin. Meteor goes down.
Wait
though.
lang, wait lang.
It's
We
gonna
need
be
this round.
3v4.
3v4. 3v2.
Meanwhile,
What the
Toxic on the
fuck?
side as well. Lockett gets his own. It's down to the 1-on-3 for Envy. And he's just trying to find the acrobatics to survive this, but Karon, right on top of things, hammers him down with the judge.
This is a result of Secret just playing too scared in that round. I mean, it's your buy round. Sure, it's the attack on split. It's rough. But trying to make sure that they still have utility to get through, trying to fish out the tripwire setups, but it ends up being a nasty one coming out from the drop on Heaven over on B site. And they just had zero control until they made up their mind, at which point it was already too late. Clock against them. And now, back to another eco. It's going to be one Stinger and Sheriffs in the hands of Secret. See if that Thrifty that the desk, some people on the desk would have wanted, comes out here. But not looking likely.
Tanggalin ko
As
yan.
we do see a high-low setup between
Saan mo
Karen and
sa Facebook?
Lakia.
Not quite, not yet. Looking for that quick duel.
It's so hard, man. Defender-sided map to eh.
with their rifles.
The championship
right
map pa nga.
now. Managed to sneak on through though, Jeremy. Might be able to sneak a kill or two as he tries to flick onto Texture's head. Not quite happening just yet, but Envy's here for the trade. Managed to spot out Munchkin. Texture tries to keep him at bay with the blast packs. Not to any avail. Karon still landing down into Garage. It's all down to Envy once more.
It's just going to be a quick headshot from Meteor.
Berg,
He's already
ito
been
Berg, oh.
pushed out, even put up a trip just in case there was the wraparound all the way. Gen.G, 4 swift rounds to their name. And Europe
Tangina,
left
Berg.
hasn't
Anuhin ko
needed
to.
to see use just yet. It's been there for 2 rounds.
Awayin ko to.
And now Showstopper 2 points away for Texture. A couple in the same boat for Team Secret. But overall,
Di ba ikaw,
this time,
John Berg?
sure it's an eco. You try to go for the peaks.
Ang ano talaga
First
to?
shot at that
Infringe.
point starts to fall apart. This-
What the fuck?
Meteor at all.
What the hell?
Caron taking a page out of Texture's book. Perhaps wanting a couple more kills.
Basang-basa tayo dito ah.
And look at this, the aggressive Trailblazers are out from B main, this time from Gen.G. They've
He's
taken
just like me,
control of the
chat.
entire tempo. They push out against the Toxic screen that completely denies the Viper setup. And now it kind of goes back to Jessie Vash having to pressure A side again, but he just hasn't been able to find success.
It's so tricky because Gen.G are being so slippery right now. I mean, look at Meteor. He was on the B site around B heaven from before, but he's back on A again. Back from when it was the eco round 2. So Team Secret has to try to find the angles right now. They've spotted out Munchkin. They kind of have a sensing for how Gen.G might have set themselves up, but they are very, very wary of all of these trips. Trying to use their cyber cage to find an entry now. Hawk flash through.
Nice flash. Let's go.
This
Good
could be the round
exit.
they're looking for.
I love that
Gen.G,
they just fake out
2
with
gig,
Jessie Vash.
good
He's
hold.
the only one that peeks against Munchkin. He's the
Come
only
on,
one
let's
that
go.
spotted. So Gen.G
If
a
we get
little bit late
4-4,
on
even
the
5-5,
rotate.
6-6.
Oh, Texture still gets the
Tangina!
kill at the end. The spike will be planted. Envy now on the lurk in mid. Team Secret have some options. They have control of A main. They have control of vents. But otherwise spread out for 1v1 duels. What's the utility look like? A guiding light available for Lakia on the Gen.G side. It's good against
No,
Gen.G.
shit.
Yes,
Oh my God. Ako yung
two-man
umiwas, pre.
push all the way through elbow. The showstopper's online. He finds his target onto Jeremy. Jessie Vash still trying to hold on, but he runs out of bullets as Gen.G will clean house, succeeding in the retake, going for the defuse.
I mean, look
Alam mo,
at the
nagpapatalo lang talaga tayo,
retake.
pre, ba yung
5
katapat
rounds
natin?
in a row now. I gotta watch the replay of how that happens. Yes, there was the showstopper, but also how they were so aware to watch out the backs.
What is that?
Finding 2
And wait, why would we plant
and
there?
then down to the way they pushed out elbow. Jessie Vash just could
They're
not
so
find
lucky.
a clear shot, and all around him, his teammates were falling. Good shot on the Texture, but again, that showstopper finds its value.
Yeah, and
We
I
need-
love that
okay,
they
we
just
get a
use the
5-5,
pop flash
5-3,
to
even
funnel
3-9
two people
defend
into
decided.
elbow.
This
That
should
way
be
you're
good.
not as concerned about the crossfire, and you can still just make sure you're waiting for the lurk. It causes the lurk to actually push up against you.
No, Texture's just so lucky, to
Team
be
Secret
honest.
imagines the retake is already fully underway. That's going to be the timeout.
Split kasi,
5-0.
defender-sided map to.
You need to stop the bleeding. Sure, it's split. Sure, you're on the attacking side. But you have to get some points on the board no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's the exact same composition. They're looking for these rounds, but the way that they're playing it, it's just not quite the same, and it's finding a very different impact. Because when you think back to how Gen.G plays this composition, especially in a match against like Team Heretics, for example, Texture's diving in all over the place. Texture's, you know, getting their
Yo,
good
sub
read
me
for
in,
how
boy!
these opponents might have set up, and you know, granted, it's a different team, but it's very different as to what Team Secret's doing right now. Team Secret is being very, very cautious, and they're trying to make every single round count, but it kind of works against them.
Now, just buying up to Guardians, relying on that half armor to give them a couple extra chances in the first half. Round 6, counting down. The early paint shells prepped
Sub me in,
by
chat. Sub me
Texture
in.
in case that is going to be a push out. Wary of the fact that it's a timeout.
Gago, nag-force
Team
buy tayo.
Secret, seeing if it's going to be a ramp
Force buy,
crunch.
tangina.
That's not the case. Early Trailblazer again, the same default for Team Secret, 3 rounds in a row.
Fuck.
No rushes. Good spray from Munchkin
Baka
just to
taga
shoot
Mindanao
out
yan.
anything. Maybe a Trailblazer. But instead, it's going to be Caron who's at the bottom of the ropes.
Tangina ni
Spots out
Caron, di
Jeremy's
pa patay.
head. Team Secret once again losing out their entry fragger, and that's going to be a little bit more difficult as they try to barrel on through. We've already got 2G posted up
Gen.G
inside
yan eh.
vents. You've got
Bossy.
Jessie Vash trying to sneak outside. He's got this camera as well, and he spots out a couple of players at the top of ramps. That's a lot of good information.
Meanwhile, Envy
Gen.G
still
yan
holding
eh.
on B as well, just trying to be a menace. It has to be a timing, but Jesse has to stay alive.
Nice,
He's
Jessie.
successful with the
Taka na si
Spectre.
Jessie.
Neural theft as well.
Nice,
GG
timing to
finds
get.
the timing.
Okay,
Patience pays
that's
off
a
for
good
Team
round,
Secret,
that's good.
And now Envy can begin the lurk,
Umiwas
the
tala-
flank all the way
umiwas
around.
talaga ako,
Rotation's
Lods.
faster than they imagined. All 3 members already here on the A side. 2G tasked with holding on to heaven. It's just 2 members over on
Nice.
the site, but 2G is
Wala na,
good for
magta-turn
it.
on na. Turn on
That
na,
should
turn
alleviate a
on
lot
na.
of pressure as Envy has now arrived. A
Mm,
crispy
sabog.
shot from Maladorio. They secure the information from Lakia. He's
4v1.
stuck in elbow
Come
in the
on,
back of
let's
sight.
go, boys.
And no reason to peek out from Secret. They need this round no matter what.
Sabog, let's
will
go.
be the
Wake
one
up, wake
cleaning
up.
house.
Yeah, made
Let's
a little
go.
step at the end there too. Envy all the way from the top of heaven. I mean, I like this. Team Secret being very sneaky and like slippery as they slip on through. It's only Jessie Vash, like you mentioned from before, Will,
Fine,
like
Skek,
the
it's fine.
previous round.
Don't send the link anymore. We got it.
Up around A ramps, up around A, and then slip and pulling through with his teammates as they come back on in. It just kind of baits Gen.G into peeking out against him because they think he's alone.
Hindi autoban yung links lang, bawal magsend
Now
ng
the
link.
operator comes out, so it's another
Ano to,
assignment
5-5
for
to.
TC
We get 5-5. Even 4-8 would be good in
if
this
they
map.
continue to pressure mid.
Defender side
Really
din.
haven't wanted to take that priority. It's
Lamig,
still
no?
going to be the same Trailblazers, but this time they were prepared to push that
Airgun
out. The
pa, pwede
operator
pa na eh.
spotted.
Kinagat. Patay.
Spam
Oh!
down to 2
What?
HP.
Okay.
Lucky!
Yeah, how is
May
he
impact
still
pa to.
alive?
Puta.
I mean, we've seen 1 HP, but I've rarely seen someone survive with 2. He
Meteor
will
na
make
naman,
it,
panalo pa to.
being
Ah.
testing for B main. They've given
Mataas
that up
yung
to
Meteor.
just a single Trailblazer so many rounds in a row, but now that they've spotted the Cypher, now the pick comes out as well. Team Secret, your options close down, but you should have a decent idea of the setup. You even hear the Trailblazers coming out of A.
Yeah, might be thinking back
Okay.
to double into A again.
Let him cook.
Jessie Vash calling all his teammates to rendezvous with him up around ramp. Gen.G's just doing their best to try to
Ooh.
block this off.
No
Guiding
info.
Light doesn't spot anything, but the dark cover's there just to block it off even further.
May
Still
flash
have
pa.
to be wary of the
May flash si
Seekers.
Karon.
Karon waiting for a paranoia timing, and he tries to send it at the perfect moment, but Jeremy still gets a kill. Lunge
Fuck!
the cover over from
Frozen
Avatar, the
na
smoke
naman.
just a bit too deep. It's not going to cover
Nice,
the entire
Envy.
exit out as Envy's good for one.
Nice.
Longoria holds true. 30 seconds still
So guess
remaining
inside
on
already.
the clock as Team Secret
That's
will
good,
take
this is
the
good.
site for their own. Meteor
Jessie,
doesn't find the
Jessie,
timing.
please.
Going to cross paths and Jessie Vash. Bit of a whiff, but he'll stabilize, get the kill, tripwire set up, and that should be the operator's save for
Nice.
Texture.
2-5.
Yeah, tried to
2-5 is the call,
around,
baby.
but unfortunately for Meteor, not
Ano
quite
ba
able to
dapat?
land the flick. Texture, yeah, heavy investment has to save. With the pushes from Team Secret, though, I mean, it's good cover from Munchkin, but Team Secret immediately knew where these people, where these players would be positioned, and they had all their crosshairs trained down these spots. I mean, look at the X's on the map itself. You can tell that Envy, Wild Oreo, they were all prepared for these shots coming through.
Anong gamba prediction
They
sa
were
stream
watching
natin?
Heaven, they were watching screens as well, and with that, Gen.G just couldn't quite
Gago,
land that
bakit
retake
108
as the hit went through.
Dami may tiwala
They
sa
want
Gen.G,
to
ah.
take this operator away from him. That would make things so much easier for them.
Just kill him,
They're
man.
chasing down. There's not much time, and Texture, he will
Fuck.
get the kill against Jessie Vash.
Tanga na ni
That
Texture,
should be enough.
nakakainis.
Just 1 full second left.
Ito,
The
puro
paint shells
kain
will
ginagawa
stall
eh.
them. And Gen.G will get to keep the operator.
Nakakainis, puro kain.
And one ult.
Fine, 2-5, 2-5.
Yeah.
They'll take that.
Now that matters.
Oh.
Jeremy getting that kill before the paranoia hits, and then the cover from his teammates as well as he goes flying through the site.
But yeah, I mean, look at the little push. They knew it wasn't like the best hit, but at the same time, just playing it around that way. Couldn't quite take down Texture.
Hindi ko na
Now it's going to be a hard hit against B main. Wonder if this is Team Secret trying to get the hard read on Meteor swapping back over to the A site. There's no surefire way of knowing just yet, but they will contest for B. Now, the Trailblazers are pushing out once again from B. That's one signal, and then the Cypher being spotted on ramps is another signal that the setup should be over by the A side, barring any curveballs.
Alright, so informs Team Secret's decision to head over onto the B side instead.
How do we
Rotations
push?
from
Ang
Gen.G
dami nila sa
coming on
B.
through as
Wag
well,
dyan.
so we've got quite an interesting setup with the
Wag dyan, Lods.
verticality,
Please,
and
the
Munchkin
Karon's
is
flash is
on
ready as
rafters.
well.
You also have Texture watching out the A site.
Ayoko
Lakia
na ito.
alongside Karen, very much so controlling
I don't like
middle room
this
as well as
call.
Garage. The paranoia has to be crucial here if he's able to stall them.
Yeah, but Team Secret, yeah, they need to try to either bait it out or they need to go in with no audio. They'll bait it out for
Patay sila
now,
dito
but
lahat.
Jeremy, he's been blinded. He's stuck in no man's land.
Oh, na-delay
We were
oh.
talking about the paranoia, didn't quite account for it. They let it be known that they're crashing into the site. Now they've all been spotted, all going into the 1v1 duels. Jessie Vash, the only one successful, but he's good for 2. 1v2 on the site, and Meteor will stop the push.
Hirap dun, hirap dun. Ganda na setup nila. Viper, Omen, all Flash and Poison. That's all you have to do, chat.
So, Team Secret, they've been trying to get these ideas, trying to get the good reads on how Gen.G might have themselves set up, but it's all a bit of a ruse. You always have these players who are able to stall, able to position themselves for successful kills as Team
Na-blind din dun si
Secret tries
Jeremy,
to
yung
push
agawa
through.
niya.
And because of that, it's always a delayed, always a, what do you call this, like a scuffled push. I mean, they're not able to go out together as a full team.
Come on, defender-sided map. Yeah, I know.
I've heard a lot of praise for the Pacific soundtrack. And we'd be missing this one if we didn't listen to the full soundtrack. As I believe there should be a 10.
You like dubstep, Will?
You know,
Ikaw,
I
ano nangyari
miss
sa front, ano mo?
dubstep. Hope he's doing well.
Lining mo, Lord Spender.
Well, all right.
Oh.
That's a quick fix. All
Nabalik
right.
mo ba?
I imagine it was just like a quick bump or something. Now we're right back. Or maybe the audio director just wanted to make sure the full soundtrack was used today. Well,
Oy,
either
Berg,
way,
nakita ko na,
Team
boss Berg.
Secret
Okay,
got
okay,
5 rifles. Still got a shot to try to bring things back. It's still not too late. Jeremy gets spotted. He'll get away with a lot, but Texture's there. Jessie Vash is complete driving, trying to find an off timing, and he gets punished for it. And now Team Secret, they have no option but to push into B. They have to try to make this pacey. Paradora is already used. Karon's still holding on to his. 3 members already in the site. Munchkin's good for 1, a 1-for-1 trade. Munchkin good for 2. He's going for 3. Tries to hold on to the spray. Odorio would dodge it. That's too far of an angle. Envy trying to check close first. Odorio not going to be ready for
5-7, 5-7, chat. 5-7, very
win
winnable and 5-7.
Oh, Karen with a shorty. Yeah,
5-7.
you're absolutely right. That one opening kill onto Jessie Vash just eliminates so many options from Team Secret. With that, no more presence on the A site. And their only route then would be to just barrel through into the B site. As it happened, you could instantly see Lakia pinging out the top of B.
Tangina, bakit si Karon palagi nasa corner na yan?
While Oreo thankfully managed to
Karon's
drop down
always
and
in
get
the
a couple kills
corner.
with the high-low setup,
So
but
annoying.
that was it. Now on to the next round again.
Bota,
Team
di
Secret has
makapush
to
si
deal with
Jeremy.
the threat of this
Sige,
operator
anti-jinx. Let's go, Jen.
And they don't have complete
Hirap pa.
econ, so it is just going to be a Spectre for Wild Oreo.
No,
They
yun na
did
naman
draw
siya.
out the
Ganda naman
Paranoia
yun.
nice and early this time. They're still
Walang
holding
magawa si
on
Jerry.
for the trade from Munchkin as well. Footsteps spent, but now
Uy,
all 3 members
ubos
not
sila.
looking back. Jessie Vash gets hit from behind him once again. Team Secret just has to rush through, but Jeremy's
Nice.
good for 2. Envy,
Good
the
entry.
duo break open the site. Hope still alive for Secret in a 3v2. The pin
Okay,
goes up
ulti.
to try to secure
call.
a 3rd round win.
Decent trades, they got numbers advantage, but Munchkin has a pit of his own.
Bakit
He's got a
nakachamba sila
snake bite
pala?
available as well. Meteor up from the top.
Oh, the Neuro
Are they going to
Theft.
be able to sneak in? The Neuro Theft. Sometimes it's a bit of a fake too, though, because the pings go up a second too late.
Nice!
Munchkin
Tangan na
tries to
nito,
sneak
Ge.
in.
Amoy
He
niyan,
gets
amoy na
spotted
yan.
out by
Baho
2G.
kasi ni Munchkin eh.
Meteor just trying to make some fake sounds, trying to swing back around the other side, but look at this. They know where he's going to play from.
Yeah, they're ready for it. They already heard him up in Evans, so Jeremy's watching the other side. And Meteor will choose to save
lang to, save lang
on
to.
a bit all over the place for Gen.G as well.
Okay,
especially
5-7
if
would
they
be
wanna
good,
make
chat. 5-7, even
considerations for
4-8
potential operator
in this map.
all
As long as
the
we
way
win
to the
pistol
end
round.
of the half.
Come
Team
on.
Secret just happy to get a round win. They'll even get to keep 3 rifles at the cost of that pit being used.
Not too bad, right? I mean, the round that does work for them, the round that does give them the 3rd win is the round where they
Anti-jinx?
kind of
Okay, let's go, Gen.G.
brute-force
Let's go.
Jeremy just dives
Let's
straight
go,
into
Gen.G.
mid.
Let's
and at
go.
the same time, although Munchkin was trying to be sneaky around the cyber cage, the rest of the team managing to go in for this split B push, right? Envy, Jeremy, they were able to find all of these trades, just luring out a lot of these Gen.G players from their hiding holes.
See if they can do it again. The operator still being favored for Gen.G, as they will purchase that, and then a Judge, a Stinger, and a Sheriff to round out this round by. They're not able to
the ultimates.
Yeah, if they're not able to get this, so if they commit, especially if they commit the ultimates, we're probably looking at a 7-5 half. Gen.G not going to be happy with that, considering how things started.
What does
Time
this
Team Secret
setup here?
waiting for a
Gaya yung
crunch
Gen.G sa setup
onto
natin guys, eh,
ramps,
no?
seeing if there's a push out.
I just
If
realized it's
not,
a mirror
they're just
match
going to
pala.
bounce in. The guiding light gets no tag. And that's already the Sky noted, the Cypher noted
Are you
as
coach
well
me
for
from the
Gen.G.
venue itself? Do I look like I'm at the venue, brother?
Very nice camera placement from Meteor, though, trying to spot out a foot or
I'm
two.
at home, brother.
Team Secret trying to find these gaps to allow them to sneak in, but as it happens, dark cover
Leo.
instantly placed.
Oh, and during all of this, I mean, Team Secret might think that they're able to just spend time and go for a fake, but B main's been cleared. Texture's pushed all the way out of Garage. He knows that there is no rotate, so the pit goes up. The only way for Team Secret to go through anything is mid, and now they're trying to brute force their way in again. Envy doesn't get the spam all the way through on the pit. Jeremy tries to land it. Not going to land the shots, though. Meteor only good for 1. Traded back by Wild Oreo. Sight
free
not
gun
quite opened
too.
up just yet. 2 members of Team Secret fighting against 3 of Gen.G. But the showstopper, it's coming through vents. Texture,
This has to be big.
he's
2G has to
running,
go big.
goes past the Seeker.
Tangina may showstopper sa
Spike gets
Texture.
planted in the meantime.
2G has to find his shots. He's out in an open position as well. If he can find a couple of kills as they try to push on through streets, that would be huge, but oh no, he collides straight to Texture. Texture sacrifices himself to allow his teammates to sneak on through. Lakia with the Sheriff, Karen with the Vandal. It's all down to Wild Oreo. Sneaks out the side, spots out the first, but Lakia sharp with the Sheriff today.
How does he finish that off with the Sheriff? Great shots from Lakia.
Oh, the Sheriff,
to
man.
clutch up that round. I think they were considering if the operator was an option, but it's either up top or it would have dropped down here. And it is going to be up top in heaven.
Man.
Texture had to go just blasting out of that window.
Oh, alam niya na eh.
I mean, a nice try. I thought Wild Oreo
Inunahan na eh.
isolated those angles real well in the 1v2. It's a good attempt from
Oh.
Gen.G here. Yeah, Texture, I mean, obviously it feels a little bad. You wish you could have gone all the way through to the site. So Gen.G did what he had to. Obviously, he would have hoped he got the kill earlier before he has to go with him himself.
8-4, 8-4.
But either way, Team Secret now picking up an op of their
Lasang
own.
Gen.G?
Wonder if they imagine also that the operator absolutely was not recoverable.
Oh fuck, Jeremy on an op?
So
Where do
trying
you pick
to
this shit
take
up?
advantage of the long-range fights, the read peaks coming out from Gen.G.
It is the last round of the first half, so why not, right? But if he can get a couple of kills, that would be the showstopper for him. Just trying to spot out all these angles, but Gen.G not one to expose themselves
Flash
too
game.
eagerly.
Oh,
Setting up for the
Ooh.
utility. Okay, that confirms it.
Oh, but that is actually a little bit of good news for Munchkin. He wishes that there was a re-clear here. We'll just push him back with the Trailblazer for now. Yeah, the judge
They're all
is
gonna
in
go
his
B. I
hands.
hate
Now
this.
just backing
Split
away
is a weird map.
with the Vandal. And now going to reset. So Gen.G, they're happy that they've spent enough time, stalled past the minute mark, pushed them away from mid. Jeremy
Fuck
still
me.
not able to find a kill. But Lakia, he's ahead of it. He reads it. He's in the smoke. He shuts off the pinch. Texture goes through, narrows it down. Jeremy's good for one kill, but the paranoia once again. It's always what keeps Team Secret from entering the site. 2G though.
Which is very
finds an
winnable.
opening.
He's very winnable.
And Jeremy uses the showstopper just
Very
to make
winnable,
sure
very
as he
winnable.
didn't have clear information.
Just don't whiff Jeremy.
Fishing for it. Good crouch from Munchkin.
Okay.
2
It's
on
James.
1.
This is James's map.
GE just trying to sneak
Right, chat?
through to the spawn side of things, trying to wrap
Unti na
back
lang.
around. But look at this, Munchkin trying to be very aware as well. The two of them trying to sneak through right under Hell, not making a single peep, a single sound. He has spotted them. That's the first shot. Munchkin now wrapping back around the pillar, not trying to give himself away. Shrouded steps right through underneath though, and unfortunately at point blank range, Munchkin able to take that duel with
Defender
utmost
sided. We
confidence.
win pistol rounds. You have a big chance to win the whole game.
Snap
Pistol,
decision to
pistol
check
rounds.
close
Come on.
first was the right play. He's got the 9-3 spray ready
Let's
to
go pistol rounds. 9-3. Come on.
Perfect, huh?
I love to see it. I love to see it. Well, 9-3. The score that's haunted Valorant for a very long time, but we'll see. Secret can make use of it. At the end of the day, still has to come down to that pistol.
It's on their defensive half. They have a higher win rate on the defensive side, you know, like about above 50%. I think that's what we saw in the graphic from before. But that said, Gen.G has been showing us so much confidence, so much dominance in how they're controlling this
Let's go
map.
pistol, chat. Let's go
What
pistol
more
rounds.
can they do on the attacking side?
Yeah, and you also have to consider that Gen.G, no slouch here. I mean, this is one of those maps that has been very good to them alongside that Lotus. And on top of that, obviously the score difference, 9-3. It's a big gap if you don't win the pistol. So Team Secret, they'll have to pull out all the stops. The desk was talking about it. Still quite a bit on the line. It's not just about the playoff
I love
brackets,
Korea.
but obviously the championship points could matter for both of these teams. Even Gen.G not quite clear in the case that Paper X also
That one Team Secret
is
fan.
not able to make it into the top 3.
Oh, there's
While
4
Team
of them.
Secret
So cute.
currently tied with Talon and R&Q. They would love to get an extra point ahead just in case it comes
Okay.
down to the championship points.
Especially, yeah, if they can get that 4th place spot.
Defender sided to, guys. Panalo to. Panalo to.
That's it now. As we head on over to the second half, Team Secret, they've been very cautious in the first. On to the next, a very different setup than what we've seen from Gen.G.
Champion, here's the
You've got
Filipino lang.
Envy just kind of holding up around mid, around the rope side.
And looking for that poison cloud.
Bro, what are you doing? Why?
Should just be
Are you,
bouncing
are
around
you
it.
ADHD?
ready
Sit
to
down
bounce
and
onto him.
sit
Poison
still,
Cloud
bro.
lands.
Focus,
Jeremy
brother.
looking for first contact. The Paranoia is at the ready. They've already
Tama na,
crept
Jeremy.
up. Jeremy has no idea the Poison Cloud will be used just in time. Got a little dicey as the Paranoia was at the ready as well from Charon. But they draw the early boom bot as Team Secret looks for information.
Apart from the boombot, it's also garage control now. 2G pushing
Nakashirip
up
kasi
front,
to si
watching
Mankin
his
eh.
dark cover.
Yabang
That
eh.
gives a little bit more information. Jessie Vash just watching an A side from all the way far back. Playing around the poison clouds though. As soon as it drops, the curtain falls. And while Oreo makes a bit of a kill, Texture in for the trade as well. Envy's gone.
Mahil,
And
mahil,
that
mahil.
is the
Push
poison
sa
cloud
lalato.
Yeah, that's a big one because you don't have control of mid anymore. It has to be a good high-low setup. And Wild Oreo's good for 2. He's good for 3. And Jeremy
Pistol
will
rounds.
wrap up
Very
the fourth
winnable.
kill. A
Very
triple
winnable.
for Wild Oreo. The rookie being called up to VCT Pacific to assist Team Secret coming into stage 2. And it's to start that Secret we're
Very
looking
winnable, very
for.
winnable.
Trying
We win
to
pistol
win
rounds.
this best of 3.
Both teams having even successes on the pistol so far today,
Go.
but Team Secret making it happen when it
Defender
needed
sided.
the most. And it all happens at the
Huli
hands
nalamig
of
talaga, Lods.
Wild Oreo.
Tinitigasan na yung
I
nipples
mean,
ko.
this is why the desk highlighted him as the key player. It's all down to the high-low
Smile pa lang
setup.
sila,
He
oh.
lands the shots with a classic.
Doesn't need any other gun. Now Outlaw, Guardian, bought up by Team Secret, looking to punish at long range.
I'll just shut up.
Two
Quiet
other
muna tayo,
weapons
guys.
as
Quiet
well.
muna tayo. Reactions.
Or
Reaction
ran by
stream.
the early Trailblazer. We saw Lockya do this a lot in the first half. But again, given the weapon advantage, Team Secret, they're not going to push too aggressively. They don't want to hand over any type of weapons. 2GE waiting for it, spots one. He's not able to get the first, but he does get the second. Not quite in the clear. Now they'll be able to hide out.
Good na, good na,
You're
good
the
na.
Guardian,
45.
you're the Outlaw. That's definitely not the site you want to go into. Gen.G will look for other options, but it's going to be the spray from the rope from Envy.
Good control, being very aware as to where the rotations might
Very good,
happen.
very
Just
good.
watches everything, especially with the range that he has on that
Ito na.
Spectre.
Mag-play
Now it's
na
all
ako.
down to Gen.G
Magchochoke
with
kayo,
their
magchochoke kayo,
pistols.
magchochoke kayo.
Karen on a Sheriff trying to get the safest rotations through. Dark cover all the way to the back of screens and on A Heaven, allowing for Munchkin to maybe sneak up. But again,
Nice
Wild
trade.
Oreo here with the Guardian. Good pop flash, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just to spam through. He knows that that's the only way he stays alive there, and the weapon juggle as well. They'll be able to get the upgraded buy for the Guardian.
Rico.
Jessie Vash not able to pick one up for himself, so it's just going to be the Ghost. But not a bad looking bonus
I don't even like
here
Achara. I like
for Team
Kimchi, but I
Secret.
don't like Kimchi. Huwag na lang sabihin ng
Nice
fight.
hit. I love that they just left A side empty as well. They said if you come in, we still have a long range. Right? We just don't have to fight you on elbow. That's scheme plan.
Onyong namaste.
Getting hyped up. They sense
Tara na,
it.
Vice.
They sniff
Tara
it
na.
coming.
Let's go, the bias.
Comeback. Will it be real?
Especially with the pistol wins
Ano
now.
line up yun? Putang ko.
Holding on to their guns, you still have the Outlaw. Very potential, useful weapon against Gen.G. Look at how 2G is
Lock
positioned
sila
on
sa
the A
A.
side. I mean, he's banking on the fact that they might push through that dark cover of his. Poison Cloud goes down, and the rest of Team Secret continues to retain that mid control, but Gen.G is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, there's not
Ito.
many members with that half armor, so 2G will have to be good. The pain
Oh,
shot is
no!
a bit of a miss. Lockya, gotta get out of there.
Gumana yung prayer ko!
Information behind lights, the only thing that gets the tag, the Paranoia just to buy time.
Oh!
Meteor gets tagged right through. And Gen.G currently trapped. They have to fight through it, and Texture
What?
takes on the mission. Successful so far. Right at the doorsteps of Heaven, Wild Oreo will keep them at bay, trying to spam through the box. 2GE still hiding an elbow. They know that they have them trapped up in Heaven. Jessie Vash with the Phantom. Going to be repositioning over on B. Nice cleanup from Munchkin, though.
Damn! And with that, now this is the A side very potentially open. Munchkin, a further kill, all down to lone Jessie Vash, who was on the B site.
I mean, this is all Texture. They were completely trapped. They had no information. And you
just walked
decided,
up.
yeah, rather than backing off, we just have to go in and fight. I mean, same thing that we saw from Secret in the first half.
He walked up with a Guardian. He did that with a Guardian, Will.
I mean, it's Texture. What more do you want?
That's true. We gotta see that again.
He'll always have a couple of these rounds. He has
Tinabla yung
quite a
players
few
ko.
highlights on the A side of Split to his name as well.
Just got him coughing. The player kept below.
Kasi natin sila tinawanan,
It was an
pre.
intense round, okay?
Masama yan eh.
But he has the confidence to make it happen. I'm knowing that this is the bonus round for Team Secret. They don't have, the best guns. I might have a Guardian, but I have the aim, and he just waltzes up front on ramps. Lands the shot perfectly.
Sa
Well,
lineup
10 to 5. Getting that buy round.
Kulang sa holy
Gen.G
point.
still staying ahead. Team Secret, you know what? They bought up
Honest
to
mistake,
that
sorry.
Phantom. They'll be able to keep that going into the next round.
Nakaka-stress.
And they are able to find a way to make this operator work as well.
Lakas ng Gen.G, world class talagang Gen.G. They always lose one
Maybe
game.
a stinger. We'll have to wait and see.
Ganun lang sila eh. Oh.
But, I mean, it's just patience there from Texture.
Oh.
Trusting
Ito,
in
naka-hold
his
na.
teammates' paranoia as well.
Ayan na.
He says, well, the paint shells just wouldn't go off. They just wouldn't get thrown.
Jeremy naka-off na.
A little confused
Yeah,
himself.
okay na
I'm
naman
very
sila.
confused too. Texture, things you hear in your own ranked games.
So that's a good little bit of a tension breaker, but that said,
Yun na, di na lads. Okay na.
still the shots were good, and it's all that movement. Now Team Secret having to respect this, playing so far back. They might have to full buy in this
Inside
round,
na.
but still, they can't quite find any vision into the site. Jessie Vash trying to sneak through around the cyber cage, catches onto Meteor, and that's numbers advantage. Secret's now going on out. He's trying to push alongside them. He knows they're trapped in the corner. With that, able to spray on down.
Nice take.
Texture able to get one, but that's it. Munchkin,
Ubos.
he's all the way
Good call to.
backside of ramps, but the spike's already being defused, so the round is
Huh?
belonging to Team
Tangina ding
Secret.
pa si.
Yeah, they know where Munchkin is,
Uy,
but they'll
Jeremy
be having
na-hit
to
na.
keep their weapons. It's a great retake
Okay,
here from
10-6,
Secret.
10-6,
I love
10-6.
the
Let's go,
push
let's go.
out, and then the Seekers used
Poor,
as
they're
well.
poor.
And during
One more
the
round, you
Seekers
can get
and
a
the paint
10-8,
shells,
they're
Jessie
poor.
Vash
Come on.
able to mask his noise as well, running all the way close on elbow. Texture had no idea what hit him from the side.
Oh.
Spike planted.
Just a great hold
Enemy remaining.
and quick backup from Team Secret. As they bounce right back in. It's still anybody's game, 10 to 6. Especially if Secret's able to win this round. The Econ starting to break down on the side of Gen.G.
However, Gen.G is getting closer to some of their ultimates now. Very crucial stuff.
Nice.
Jeremy just
Good
completely
pick.
shuts down
Patay si
Texture.
Texture, deleted.
There's no more showstopper in this round available, and that's going to be Team Secret working with numbers advantage. A lot more confidence as they start to
Good shit,
head down
good
over
shit.
to mid, looking for that control again, looking for some extra kills. They've got that high-low setup.
Yeah, and they have basically everyone focused on it as well, just in case that Gen.G is trying to punish the operator. So instead of still fanning out, you still got the trip over on B main. You'll have a chance for the retake if needed. You make sure that it's not an instant re-clear from Gen.G. This allows Team Secret to know 100% that we still hold control of mid, and Gen.G will not have the fast rotates.
Gen.G, though,
Jeremy and mid.
laying their
Come on,
pushes
Jeremy,
down
hit that.
50 seconds now. They might think about finding an angle into this B site. Good clear with the guiding light, though. Might have
Flash to.
informed them. No, I don't think so.
Well, the Poison Cloud going to mask their entry for the time being. It's a nice cyber cage, but Invi's
Nice
already
flash,
inside of it. The
flash.
paranoia is good
Nice
from
flash.
Gen.G.
Nice
The
knock bomba.
paranoia is on both teams. It's one
Swing mo,
stop
putang ina,
from
si Lakya
breaking
lang
into
yan.
the site.
Si Lakya lang yan,
So
swing
difficult
mo!
to try to bait that one out nice and early, especially when you're a man down.
Woo!
And
Good shit, good
Lakia,
shit.
no choice but to save.
Flawless round, oh. Walang patay, oh.
Spike in hand, but
Yung
nowhere
patay lang dito
close
ako.
to the
Patay na
site.
patay sa'yo. Yeah.
Fantastic round for Team Secret,
Who the
right?
fuck still
Like
does
you
that?
mentioned, this breaks
10
Gen.G's
seconds.
economy.
Mas
It's going to be locked out with the Hero Vandal on the
Sorry na,
next
matanda na ako
round.
eh.
Texture might have the showstopper, though, so there is still a chance for Gen.G to
Matanda na ako, guys, eh.
go
Sorry,
up front in
sorry.
double digits. But that said, I mean,
I'm
I
like-
was wondering about that audio cue from Maldorio. Just having the sense to send out that guiding light at that time
Balyo.
might have informed him. Or even if it didn't, having 2G right around the corner with the paranoia,
Oh,
having
fuck!
the cyber
Nasaan ang ulo
just
ko, pre?
says so much as to how Team Secret is playing on the defense on this site.
One
It's
enemy
just heads up
remaining.
play.
Kabado
knowing
niyan,
that
Gen.G,
they're
kabado
across,
niyan.
Right, with the operator,
Kabado
still
niyan.
watching down
Partida,
mid.
home court
And then you
advantage
sent
pa.
Jeremy over to ramps just in case it was a slow sneak around. So I love how Secret played that. Good understanding of how to
Kabado, kabado.
confirm information when you're controlling, when you're trying to control a part of the map. Now Coach Solo a lot to share of what's on his mind. The Gen.G players will try to take it all in.
Cat jump shot, cat jump.
Secret will have to try to get ahead of him after this timeout.
Potential 10-8, but then
Not
again,
them.
you gotta keep in mind, Texture has his showstopper. I wonder if Gen.G has some kind of game plan to pull off a bit of a thrifty, as they've been known to do. All they're looking for is 3 more rounds to secure this win up against Secret and to solidify their placings into this playoffs. Their placings into championship points.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they are in contention, at least guaranteed with the points. That would make them, you know, take a lot of pressure off their backs during the playoffs, just in case things go awry, as we have seen a lot of praises, a lot of teams growing rapidly in stage 2.
I've never heard
I
of
was going to
that.
say, well, there's a couple options when it comes to the
Can you just
showstopper. It's either mid or
iga po
ramps.
sa kama?
Don't
Does it
imagine
work?
he's going to use it, though, as we are just going to see
Seryoso, Rizal,
scrapes
ginapos.
together, half armors, 2 rifles, and a stinger. And it's going to be an all-in on the A side. But it's an instant clear over by Garage. The guiding light goes out, tags nobody, and Team Secret should be quite well aware. Jeremy's waiting for it. He is trapped right now because of the paint shells. He's unable to get out. The paint shells will catch him in the air. And there's the showstoppers going for the trade against
Wait,
Jessie
how did he
Vash.
get
Sacrifice
so
from
much
Texture.
value
Just
from
open up
that?
the sight, but knife in hand from Meteor. Lakia, the Sheriff, can't pick up the weapon just yet. Doesn't have time, has to buy it with a guiding light. NV trying to go close, but it's the running gun from the Stinger and the Sheriff. Too much damage. 2GE, that's not the weapon you want to fight close range. And Lakia somehow fishes all 3 kills with the Sheriff.
I said it, I was wondering about it. That timeout just came at the best possible time when Texture pocketed that showstopper. Gave up his life, he sent in those paint shells. Jeremy tried to survive them, but just couldn't. And at the same time, Showstopper immediately finds a player as Team Secret tries to rotate out from heaven. That is just perfect. At the same time as they were trying to block out the site. I mean, 2G really hesitated because of the suppressive fire from that Stinger. I mean, once he heard it, knew that he couldn't quite push through. Knocking on the door of match point once again for Gen.G. They try to slow things down now. Team Secret having some question marks in their minds.
It's unfortunate for Team Secret. I mean, that was just a moment of Jeremy trying to figure out what's the best play and then choosing the play to stay alive. That's not how you make the heroics happen, but you're still able to get another operator, so Team Secret, they will have another chance.
I've got your
Jeremy
trail.
looking to redeem himself. This time, just quick on the trigger, quick on the decision to back up and regroup. Doesn't want to make the same mistake again. Even checking for the off angle, but doesn't want to get stranded. Step by step, a staggered retreat.
Ginagawa ng Gen.G bago mag-push. Oh, nakakatakot.
Happily back off, still 50 seconds on the clock.
That made me a little bit nervous watching Jeremy. Whoa. With that said, yeah, Gen.G now doubling back. They're cutting noise. Team Secret definitely scratching their heads, and they might start to think, you know, this is no longer an A hit. It comes down to Wild Oreo and how he uses his remaining guiding light to fish for information. At the same time, you've got 2GE just kind of jiggling back and forth to watch for Garage.
30 seconds
This is
left.
where the tells will say everything.
He's going to try to save his smokes, but that means his paranoia absolutely has to land on everybody. Otherwise, he's not going to have a timing to set that up. He's ahead of it. He does get it onto Texture, and now Charon going to get stopped for trying to enter backside. It's a good spray from 2G. The spike is down, only 10 seconds on the clock, and 2 members left alive for Gen.G.
Iga po
What a read from
Nikos.
2G on the timing. The moment they heard any audio,
NTR character na ako, pre.
sends out his utility, and it's going to be a nice stop against Gen.G.
Amazing
Para
round
sa
for
amin na
Team
hairstyle
Secret,
lang.
Will.
Tropa ko,
I
guys.
mean, this happened at the hands of 2G as well as Wild Oreo, the 2 additions to this team. Now that they're taking on the giants that is Gen.G,
mo na ako, guys.
they are
Tatahimik mo na ako.
doing this as the new players, having that read, having the paranoia sent out. Wild Oreo just flicking on over to the back.
And I love that he had the smoke out first as well because Wild
Tangina,
Oreo was
puro
there
box.
to
Puta.
cover that other angle on the entry. If you mixed up those 2 orders, it would have been rough, and Gen.G is just going to full send it. They don't want to let it get down to the wire. Team Secret still has another timeout.
Come on, come on, come on.
See how that goes.
Yeah, but calling these timeouts allows for
Come on.
Coach Dummy to talk to the team as well. I mean, they're really wondering for this
Galing
because they
Jimmy.
still have a leg in this race. 3 rounds just to tie
Iba
things
din
up,
to,
and you know, paper thin. They were talking about it on the desk. You kind of talked about
Stress
it.
na ako,
with
guys.
the
Stress ako.
rain and whatnot. Are we gonna see an overtime? Is it gonna be a 2-hour overtime?
We'll see. It might not even get there. Secret currently looking like they want to just charge ahead and flip this scoreboard.
Come on, let's
2G,
beat them on
he's
the
done so
championship
much
round.
for Team Secret today, and he would truly become a hero if he's able to get them a hefty lead going into playoffs.
He's
Nah,
done it
talads.
once when Team Secret played
tapos
this
ang Gen.G, I
week
think.
2 against T1. He was top fragging for the team on split. Can he do it again? At the same time, you've got the whole team just trying to rally around this.
Yes,
You've got
Team
Jeremy
Skibidi.
back on the operator.
And it's
If
going
we
to
win
be,
this
looks like
round-
a pit in mid
Oh,
alongside the
time it.
tripwires if need be.
Wala, wag mo na mag-
It's an early trip first. Smoke comes out, but no clear on the trip, so they're gonna go ahead, set up the pit.
Nakachamba pa to
For
eh.
the most part, with the extra Cypher utility, that should keep mid safe for Team Secret. So Gen.G is gonna have to start poking and pulling on opposite sides of the map as Meteor starts to take his position over by the B side.
Gotta watch for those paint shells. Meteor just trying to watch around Garage. Good timing on that smoke from 2G. Controls this ramp side.
And Jeremy this time, if he's gonna stick around elbow, he has to commit to it. Even if he whiffs that first shot, he has to have full faith that he's gonna land a shot and get that showstopper to hold on to sight, because it's not gonna be an easy exit. He tries to back out once again. But for now, Gen.G still just fishing for information. Meteor
Okay, hold.
making the call that Garage is clear
Hold mo
so
lang,
far.
Jer. Hold mo lang,
They
Jer.
want to go for a full send. They want
Hold
Gen.G
mo lang,
wants to
Jer.
go
Hold
for
mo
a
lang,
full
Jer.
fake
Sige.
on both sides. Just make Team Secret completely befuddled. Shot, and Jeremy waits. The cover is good.
Nice, Jer.
From
Nice,
2G,
Jer.
from Wild Oreo.
Nice, Jer.
That is texture down.
seconds left.
Jessie Vash, is he still full focused?
Hold up a minute. We got Meteor and Munchkin slowly sneaking in. Yes, Jessie Vash has his sights trained on this, and he has the information. Spike's being delivered onto this B site now, but does Gen.G spot him? Does Gen.G find him? Even Munchkin hiding underneath of Hell. He's going to be able to spot out the first, but instant trades coming through. Jeremy now with the showstopper lands on that Meteor, tries to get the quick scope, but unfortunately they're running out of time. Karen sticking down to plant. It'd be right around the backside with a shorty. Karen lands the shot and puts Gen.G up on match point.
What a close call from Gen.G. But Team Secret gets a little messy. I mean, Wild Oreo jumping down at full health to be the scout for Envy when he's low. I don't know about that. That loses a lot of value on your HP. Meanwhile, Meteor does a great job just weaving in and out, keeping them distracted. And Charon just sticking onto the
Ano yung
plant.
mali natin dito sa round? Tumalon si
Stays
Jer.
calm
Tumalon
until
si-
the last call. And that calls for that timeout. The last timeout of this match if we do not go to overtime. And Coach Dummy will be looking to recharge his timeouts by going for 4 rounds in a row.
Yes, now back-to-back timeouts. Team Secret looking to keep themselves in this race. Gen.G looking to finish it. I mean, we were seeing how, Team Secret were trying to read around, trying to rotate around, but that said, still, Gen.G. But you got someone like Karen who's just that steady for the whole team, has one job to do, spike plant, and he knows how to play it. At the same time, I mean, for today, you've seen so many crazy performances from the whole team of Gen.G.
Si Coach
Not
Dami parang
only one
manununtok
player
eh, no?
kind of stands out. I mean, it's Lakio with his sheriff sometimes.
Done quite a few rounds for them. And overall in the first 2 maps as well, Lakia really holding his own until the rest of the team came alive. Woke up a bit. One more operator for Jeremy on the defensive side. See what they can do with it. It's going to be an A-hold alongside the Cypher. Looks like
They're
Team
gonna go
Secret
fast.
wants to clear information nice and early, but it's just a speedy
my
hit
God.
from Texture. Forces the Shrouded Step, and Meteor's there for the trade on the Crossfire. Gen.G, they are not going to let go of the pedal right now. Double Shrouded Step all the way back alongside the Toxic Screen. The Crossfire is perfect. Now Gen.G, they can set up slowly but surely. But off of the paint shells, a quick peek from Envy. It's a trade. The gun swap, it's too slow. Wild Oreo still stays alive with 82, 72 HP. Jessie's there for the cover.
Last
Munchkin
player
still
standing.
caught out, but
Spike
Jessie
down,
will
B.
clean him out. And Charon now, he did his best to create space, but that's all he's got. Trying to isolate the angles, but there's no reason for Team Secret to peek out.
8 rounds in the mag. There's a little gap in the smoke, but oh my God, he still managed to sidestep back into Wild Oreo. Now reloads, spots out Jeremy, who tags him down to 30 HP. But so is Team Secret. They are so darn low. And with a Phantom, Karen could end it all with a single spray. Jeremy has to land the shot. Jessie Vash has to land his shot. Karen trying to stay tucked away.
30
Smoke's
seconds
off,
left.
no peeks. Jiggles out now.
He specs it.
Wait.
Oh, Jessie Vash still good for it. I mean, Jeremy, this would have been an absolute nightmare that haunts him throughout if they weren't able to win
Let's go,
that
boys.
round.
Come on, 3 more rounds.
Several
3
crucial
more rounds,
lives.
Nikos. 3 more
But
rounds.
Jesse Vash will buy him another
3 more
chance
rounds, bro.
for
3 more
redemption.
fucking rounds, chat, for an overtime. Come on.
Team Secret reacts to this
Let's go-
quite
let's go OT
patiently.
here,
I mean,
boys.
Nature
Go OT
goes
here,
for an
boys.
aggressive peak, but outside of that, no greed, no overextension, because at some point, the screen has to come down for Gen.G to be able to plan.
It's really impressive stuff. I mean, it's not only just a peek. I mean, he sent a snake bite to delay the rest of the push as well. And at that same time, it buys enough time for his whole team to rotate on over.
Yeah, they're playing for next
Still
round.
trying to keep themselves alive now. Gen.G
Jeremy?
with the eco.
We hear the crowd reacting. I mean,
Ay,
this
si
is
Jeremy.
Jeremy getting shaken
Boss
up.
Jeremy.
Needs to stabilize. Still a little ways to go. As we do see Gen.G taking full control of mid.
Rush walking on up though. Boombot spots out Envy. They're gonna bypass him straight through. Rerouting with Meteor through the ropes. Looking to punish Jeremy. They know that he's been a bit shaky now. But Jessie Vash is right here to protect him as well.
Jesse, it's up to him to try to stay alive. Texture all the way through, getting close, waiting for the peek out. Jeremy, you can't get too curious here, but Texture's good for one. Jeremy answers back with the Sheriff, but it's too late. Rifle dropped on the site, and now a 3v4 retake for Secret as the spike goes down. Post-plant positions are good. Ramps control onto Gen.G, holding on to Heaven and holding on to the site. The Paranoia already sent. The pit comes out to cover everybody. Charon now the eyes for Gen.G. Lakia trying to hold time as Meteor gets one. Wild Oreo sprays down for 2. And now it's up to him to take down 2 members. The Seeker's trying to buy time. He gets the half. He gets off of it. He gets 1 kill. Spots the next. Half is already done. Does Munchkin read it? And Oreo, he peeks out. What an incredible 4K clutch for Wild Oreo to keep Team Secret in the game.
Wild Oreo. I mean, he comes into VCT Pacific right as it comes down to the second stage, and he manages to pull off these hijinks, playing inside of the Viper's pit.
I like how my hair started like looking like Jose Rizal. Now my hair looks like Super Saiyan, bro. It's everywhere.
The tenacity to
Magpapanot
stick
ako
down
nito,
the
guys.
spike and get off of it halfway just to go in for the final 2 duels.
He's got him fired up.
Naka-off pa si Jer, guys.
Second win
Come on,
that
Jer. Hit
Team
me one.
Secret
Hit me one
needed.
here, Jer. Hit me one here.
The
Come on.
operator continuing in Jeremy's hand. It's another fast hit. A pacey one on to B, but the Trailblazer will keep them at bay. This time 2G gets out
Great
alive.
position tayo.
Set up the one
Hit
way.
me one here, Jer.
Texture, 1
Come
point
on.
away from the showstopper. Could be the make or break here for this best of 3.
Trying to stay hidden too. Team Secret, they've been working around their current buys with the operator for so long. Gen.G starting to work their way around this. Got the full buy now. Texture and Lakia both 1 point away from their ultimate. A single kill can give them such a big advantage, and 2GE has been banged up so darn low.
He barely gets out,
You can
but
still heal.
this was Gen.G reacting on the
Jeremy,
fact
Jeremy,
that
please,
they
yung
could
timing.
punish, thinking that Team Secret would have read a rotate to A off of that guiding light.
Oh,
Jeremy getting very shaky. Misses the blast back as well, but he will stabilize for the
I'm
time
so
being.
confused. What's
Jessie
going
Vash
on,
has
Jer?
to let go complete control of Heaven, which means a rotate needs to happen. Does Gen.G read this? They do. They're gonna break the trip, force more movement over from Team Secret. And here's the judge, Envy. He's been waiting.
Spike down mid.
Completely
Fucking Envy,
crushing
the lifesaver,
Gen.G
my boy
under the
Envy.
hammer
My
of the
fucking
Envy's
boy
judge.
Envy! The Invincible!
Lakia will stay alive, but only
Fuck you,
15
Envy.
seconds.
The patience. Valorant is all about patience,
Soul
man.
crushing.
Natitilt na si
As
Jer. Jer, okay lang
Gen.G
yan. Kaya mo yan,
now
boy. Come
out
on,
of
that's my baby
credits.
boy. Come on, Jer. You got this. You got
What
this,
are the
Jer.
final
Hinga,
round?
pare. Hinga.
Will not be a full buy. Half armors and rifles for most of them, but Meteor only at 100.
Hinga, Jer. Hinga, hinga.
All it took was a single
Tangina,
judge.
The latest brought to the enemy.
We were questioning it, you know, some of the plays, the flashbacks
One,
from Jeremy a
two,
little bit shaky.
3, 4.
Minus 40,
But
minus
every
40.
single round from that weapon just fired off. Unleash hell upon
But,
Gen.G.
look at how much
The
shoot deals they
Force Knight
have.
now coming in. They
Showstopper. They have
but
fucking everything they need,
tap
man.
by through and through.
Let's start this
All
party.
ults mostly online.
Oh,
Only
retake mo.
missing the pick
Retake
here
sila.
on the
Retake
side of
sila. Alam
Gen.G.
nila rush ni
Meanwhile,
ano
pick
eh.
available for Envy,
Bomb buddy out.
but it's not going to be a quick one. Did see him holding on to a judge, so he might have that on standby. It's going to be the setup in mid once again. That means only one trap wire on the site here for B.
Not quite spotting anything out just
The
yet.
thing about op kasi guys, it takes so much
Got the
info.
wires. The Trailblazer goes in to clear it. Jessie Vash starting to come back to reinvestigate. Meanwhile,
still
the rest
don't know
Team
where
Secret starting
Gen.G
to
is.
rotate on
Texture is.
over.
They need to know
He's
where
still
Texture is.
lurking right around just to watch his teammates' backs, but Texture's looking for that flight path
Solid
into
yung
the
camera,
site.
Good
Alam
tag
nila,
onto
alam
B
nila.
main. Will allow Team
Buy-
Secret
buy
to hold their
some time.
positions. Now down past the minute mark. 2GE is going to be looking for the trade to support Jeremy. The Seekers come out. The Showstoppers out as well.
Okay, back
Team
muna.
Secret, they've emptied the site entirely. They're just going to give it up. It's going to be a 5-on-5 retake with an operator in hand. Oh,
Huh?
that Showstopper went deep.
Planted.
Wild Oreo down to 16 HP. He can't heal himself.
Retake. It's all about the
So they
retake
will
now.
trade.
Okay.
Wild Oreo looking to be the sentry. Meteor wants to cut off the initial retake.
It's all about the retake now, boys.
Shells come out. The flood is here. Lakia trading 1-for-1, but Wild Oreo, the sentry, high up above. Texture trying to hold the line, but 2G's already dropped down into 2v1, and 2GE will bring Team Secret to overtime.
Called it, and overtime is what we have. Only bangers on split. Team Secret is delivering. They came back
Okay,
from
now.
what looked like a 10-6, 11-8, and now they're at 12-12.
Beautiful.
All at the hands of the two new additions to the team, 2GE alongside Wild Oreo.
Swap lang pala kailangan eh. Swap guns lang, pre. Swap guns lang, pre.
Let's not forget, if it ain't for the judge, we wouldn't be here. Achilles, I hope you remember that. It's a valuable weapon.
Tangan sa ulo ko ah.
1,600
Sumakit ulo ko
credits.
bigla. Sobrang
Heard him
sakit ang ulo
shout
ko.
something over from the desk, but can't hear him. Won't mind.
nga
Anyway,
eh.
overtime now for Gen.G and Team Secret. Championship point on the line. Playoff
Type 1 guys.
on the line.
Titirahin ko kasama ko.
Team Secret go back to the attack.
Joke lang, joke lang, joke lang.
Last
Wag, wag, wag.
cannon operator. It's gonna be a check out of B.
No,
The one-way first.
GG
I
ka, Lods.
imagine on a timing, they might even send the guiding light out.
ang ina ko. Putang ina
Deeper.
ko. Oh! Oh shit.
Trying to set themselves up inside of the garage too.
After nitong
This time,
papamassage talaga ako guys.
Very
Sakit ang
different
ulo
for
ko.
Gen.G. Team Secret
Hindi,
still
alam nila
trying
go
to
up si
be
Texture
ever
eh.
so cautious,
Alam nila eh, tingnan mo si Inbi, oh.
respecting a lot
Team
of
hold ni
these
Inbi.
smokes there. Not able to fish out
Sige,
any
push mo pa,
keys from
Texture.
Gen.G.
Yeah,
Push-
the
push mo pa.
sound
Push mo pa
made
Texture.
by Lakia on purpose to see if there's a reaction. Texture still not finding
Push mo pa
anything.
Texture.
Team Secret might have a read on this. Well, there's the punish. Invy's been tucked away the whole time. 2GE risking his life for the team, and he'll still get out alive. The operators haven't been good for either team, and now a 5v4 for Secret.
Amazing little jump peek. Team Secret now trying to play with their numbers, looking to pulverize this B site hit if Gen.G aren't able to play alongside their numbers. But Lakia staying tucked away inside of this little corner. Smoke coming
Smoke, please.
arriving on time too.
Yeah, but the
Please check
smoke might be a
guys.
bit of
You
a
know it's in
tell.
the smoke. You guys
Team
know it's in
Secret,
the
do they
smoke.
check for it?
Guys.
Well, they're wary of it, but they're just going to try to flood it in. Caron trying to go for a reposition, then a double back on the Shrouded Step just to buy time, and it's enough, and the screen goes down, and it's an absolute gallery as Team Secret will open up the site with 15 seconds to spare.
Flashing.
Seekers, why not? It's overtime. Getting the heels back up too. Munchkin, can he do it? Lands the shots, gets some damage
Save
in,
ka.
but
Sige,
no kill
mag-save ka
foul.
Munchkin. Mag-save ka Munchkin.
Has to
Mag-save
hop
ka,
off.
Munchkin.
He's been smoked off.
Mag-save ka Munchkin.
The only
Mag-save
funnel
ka, pre.
into heaven, and Jessie Vash
Ay,
is
baba,
already
baba, yun.
marking
Sorry,
this
sorry.
spot.
Mag-save ka Munchkin. Sige.
Has to spot out
Next
the
map.
hat, but even with a single trace around, not quite able to react quick enough. Team Secret controlling everything
Wala.
possible.
Team Secret choke na, pre.
And it all started.
Team Secret choke
That
ba?
little jump
Can you imagine Gen.G choking at 12-9?
just to bait
Pero hindi.
out Texture.
Siyempre, ano, Team Secret choke tayo.
The read, I mean,
Ako nang bahala sa
the
flash.
one-way,
Flashing!
the creep
Oh, flash,
out, and
patay.
then the
Oh, di ba?
footsteps away.
Solid, oh,
No,
di ba?
Gen.G,
Solid ba?
surely they're not
Sakto flash
that
ka din, pre.
just crazy of a team to make noise everywhere.
Basang basa
knowing
eh.
that Gen.G will err on the cautious side. And Team Secret punish it. Now, no operator for Jeremy. It's just all rifles.
There.
That much more safely now on top of Heaven. Everyone's in a bit of a default position. 2GE trying to control it, but doesn't spot anything out just yet. Mid control back again for Team Secret, but
It's going to be a hit onto B.
it's a very
Snake
risky
bite.
spot to be in for 2GE.
Yeah, snake bite onto Heaven as well. They're actually going to just look to flood the site back. 2 people against the 5 of Gen.G. The Wild Oreo's good for 1. He's still spamming through. There's support coming in from Heaven. 2 members down, but Secret still trying to even it out. 2GE will drop the spike. He's still alive at the back. And now, Gen.G
2v3 na, 2v3 na.
cannot get
Kalma
into
lang.
the site. They've been stopped at the door.
Got 50 seconds left.
It's enough time for a rotate.
I don't even wanna talk. I wanna
But
say
either way, you cut it.
things, pero alam ko
Gen.G will
mag-shut
have
the
to
fuck
take
up
a
muna
risk.
ako. Shut the fuck up
Much
muna
can
ako. I wanna say
pinned
things
down.
pero ayaw
You
magsalita.
can't
Chat,
quite
type
jump on
mag-shut up
over.
muna ako,
It's gonna
guys.
be a
Type
bit of a
mag-shut up
risk.
muna ako.
Waiting for that smoke, and there it is. This could be it if Gen.G doesn't play their cards right.
So Team Secret's going to try to play it safe. They want to stay
Delete,
grouped up.
delete,
They're-
30 seconds.
The only thing they're worried about right now is the potential flank through mid and a pinch. That is something that Gen.G would
Jessie
do, but now the cam broken. So Jessie Vash will just look to make sure that he can hold control of Heaven, that a retake is doable. But time. Does Jessie Vash greed for the timer? Because that could make or break this entire best of 3. Because Munchkin's waiting to punish it, and Jessie Vash gets the kill from long range. Trip used. Meteor down to 70 HP. And Jessie, how does he do it?
We
Team
never
Jessie Vash
have we done this
leading
shot
the Young Guns of
and
Team
boss
Secret
Jessie to end
to
the
a
game
2-1 victory
with
over the Masters
champions on a
Gen.G
silver
winners.
platter,
Never
chat.
shaking, never
Hard
faltering,
fucking fought.
ever so
We
steady
beat the
and
champs.
calm. He just
We beat
walked
the world
up front.
champs.
He was walking,
Filipinos.
and he finds that shot.
The
shot to
underdogs.
elbow, takes down
The
Meteor.
Aspins.
Gen.G
The
were
Astal.
defeated in this
We
very
beat
last
Gen.G,
play.
world
Stage 2
champions
regular
in
season.
their home court.
Insane.
Why so
endurance
quiet
from
right
Team
now?
Secret. Lots of
Ang tahimik
adjustments
ng
as well.
arena.
This Team Secret is looking different. They're trying to adapt on the fly. They're starting to play aggressive,
Who would have
trying to
thought?
control the tempo.
Team Secret would beat
And sure,
Gen.G,
it
chat.
wasn't all smooth.
Holy
That is going
fuck.
to mean that Paper X also going to always be ahead of Gen.G no matter what. So Paper X also getting secured into Champion Soul and some twist of fate. So now Gen.G, they will have to fight through playoffs.
Yeah, through the points.
I mean, this is Gen.G have to get top 3. Gen.G have to get top 3 now, or they have to hope that Paper X gets top 3. Either way, they have to do their darndest
Oh my
to go
God.
all the way. And Team Secret,
It was hard
meanwhile,
fun.
looking to stay one step ahead of their rivals, Talon and RQ. Well, that's it for the match. Lots to break down. We'll send it back to the desk.
Woo! That rain was not enough for Gen.G.
No way.
Lamon Team
Pre,
Secret taking
9-12
down the
comeback?
Korean Titans, the
Tangina mo!
trophy holders with a
Ano na?
very
Asan ang mga
convincing
haters?
split
Asan ang mga
here,
haters?
completely
Manatong
turning
haters
it
kanina
around,
nagsabi ng
and now
Team Secret,
completely
i-roster.
undefeated on
Tangina mo, i-roster mo utak mo!
A fourth victory for them
Pre.
here. Definitely,
Palitan mo kaya utak mo. Nasasabihin niyo pa, ano?
Those last
Ano, Jessie
several
Vash,
rounds, the
tawag dito,
perseverance from
i-roster. Tangina
Secret
men, siya
just
nagtapos.
continue to just have these hero plays coming
He's
through
twice your
to
age, but he's
clutch
twice
out those
better than
wins,
you, bro.
Get it into overtime, and then have
Shit.
frankly a very easy
Putang
time
ina mo,
closing
chupa ka muna.
out the overtime rounds. Gen.G
Ay, pare.
getting way
Ay,
too
pagkakain ko tropa, guys.
antsy, way too unsteady, putting themselves in.
Kaso nga lang, Jeremy, alam mo, kailangan ko kausapin si Jeremy. Jeremy, ba't nag-whiff off mo, pre?
Garage.
Jer!
Not anticipating
Jer!
swing trade coming through from
Jer!
Envy at
Ba't
all.
nag-whiff off mo,
Gen.G
Jer?
did not have a read here on this map, and that is surprising to say the least.
Yeah, I think there are a
Jer.
couple things that really shocked me about
Jer,
this.
ba't-
First of all,
ba't nag-whiff?
Gen.G's attacker side not really
Ba't nag-whiff,
able
pre?
to work the map like they'd like. It didn't
Part of
look
the
like they had
plan.
control
It's
over it
called
like
the
they did
jinx.
against Heretics in Shanghai, where it just seemed like they were toying
Tol.
with their food against
Wala,
Heretics.
guys.
But here, Team Secret just
Solid to.
held
Solid
them
na
at
to, guys.
bay every step
We're
of the
going to
way, never really
playoffs
gave much
and with
ground
positive
when they were
vibes.
going on the attacker side, and then their protocols
We
broke down
went
overtime.
4-0
Beyond
in
what
this
you were talking
split,
about,
chat.
After that,
4-0.
there were just like two players just standing right behind a toxic
Can you believe
screen
it?
out in the
In this
open,
split,
not
we
not
went
playing
4-0.
weeks. Yeah.
Just pushing forward. in overtime, just getting caught. It was just
4-0, man.
Like this where you
We
need to
just
hit the
we're
shot. You have to
practically paper wrecks.
that spike planter protected.
Putang ina ka. Amin ng West Philippines eh.
Yeah, there was this moment where Gen.G had a near thrifty
But you know who won?
and then
You gotta
they
give it to
got
Wild Oreo.
judged
This
so
crazy
hard
motherfucker,
by
Wild
Envy.
Oreo.
And with that 4K,
He
I think
won
after
that
it just started to
1v4
crumble for Gen.G,
and gave
it's
us a
so
chance.
odd because
It was Wild
they're very
Oreo.
much known
Wild
for their
Oreo,
stamina
Envy,
to push through to the
the
end
players,
here, and,
man.
but Secret
flashing.
have found their own footing, their own pacing, and like Dummy was saying with
God
us
damn.
on the desk earlier, maybe that added layer that they're all been working on. Well, I mean, maybe Gen.G.
Yeah, I think so. I think it helps. I mean, I think the other part of it is that the two new players look
That-
very,
it was
very
my flash. I won the
G
game from
had a
the
great
flash.
day overall. May not have been
Sana yung
our
mga-
pick for
sana yung mga
MVP,
ano,
but he had a really,
sana
really
yung
good
ano na,
day.
guys.
Debating it, yeah.
Yeah.
Asan yung mga haters?
Yeah, he was
Itong
right
gagawin
there.
sa
It was just
haters,
that
guys.
last one on the split. The impact we were seeing Envy, it just kind of tipped the
Ikaw
balance
rin sa haters,
ever so
pre.
slightly for a few of us.
Yeah, and the
So,
other thing I
sampulan,
wanna
okay,
mention is
sampulan
Wild
yung
Oreo
tropa
came
Warrior.
up with that big clutch there on split as well. So like, all of those moments kind of
Yo.
led to Team Secret regaining that momentum, regaining their footing, and being able to close
Asan na?
out that map.
Yeah, this is gonna
Para
be
kay General Luna
exciting
yun.
when we go into
Wala kasing
playoffs,
tiwala
the
eh.
knockouts with these four
Ito
teams
ang haircut ko, ano?
looking
Ako
the
sa
way
Rizal
they
haircut.
are for
Kasi ano,
various
Pinoy
reasons.
pride.
It's gonna
Pinoy
be
pride.
very hard to predict who's gonna get knocked out. I think we're gonna have a lot of heartbreaks and surprises coming in.
Paldo
Yeah,
ang Team
this-
Secret ngayon.
Really tips the balance.
Paldo
It
ang
really just
bumoto
shakes
sa Team
things up. It
Secret,
was looking
mga
like there was going to be a
kaibigan.
fairly clear-cut
Putang
path.
ina, congrats
If
mga
Gen.G were
kuyawa.
victorious here in this series because they just go in for the rematch. And Gen.G are able to pick up another championship point, so they're in a better position overall. Yada yada yada. This really stirs things up.
But you know
with
what?
this victory coming
Another
through for the
giant
side
you
of
have to
Team
beat.
Secret. So I'm
Out
going to
of
be going
you.
back, putting pen to paper, and figuring out
Out of
exactly
you.
all the different possibilities that we have. But I gotta say, you're welcome,
Pero sa ulo ko,
Secret
guys.
fans. I will continue to not.
Wow,
predict this team.
500
You're-
They will
no, how about
continue.
you?
500,000 channel
What?
points.
I'm just,
Dr. Love, you just
They've
won
been,
so
they've been on a win
much.
streak ever
God
since
damn.
I just committed to not predicting themselves. You know what? I'm going to claim the credit
Well,
while I
but
can.
I've been predicting
Bakit
though.
itong Araki?
It's me. It's not even secret.
Ano?
It's not
Ay,
the
we're fighting
players that
Talon?
have come in, 2GE and Wild Oreo
Oh,
and
they-
Jessie
Mahina naman
Vash
yung Talon.
calling,
Putang ina.
and the new coach.
Nakachamba lang yun sila dati.
It's me and Achilles. With our
Kalaban
powers
pala
combined.
natin Talon.
But yeah, I mean, look at these stat lines here. This was
Gago, pre,
this
imagine
was
if I
just
bet
such
on-
an incredible
on
map.
TS.
We thought, like you
Gago,
said, it was
pre.
gonna be over. We're almost like just.
We're gonna have a
ended
revenge match on
already,
Talon. When
Gen.G,
is this?
and then Secret
July 12.
just came roaring back.
5
There's
days
just so many
to have our
rounds
revenge on
near the
Talon.
end there where
Tang ina, I can't
Gen.G
wait for
weren't
the
able to
day
capitalize off of these
na sasabihin
big
kong
whippy
ano,
shots we were getting from Jeremy. I mean, Jeremy looked like
mag-respelling
he
na
was
sila sa
pressing
pangalan nila.
actively on that operator, was very much shaking under the pressure, but the rest of the team around him just rose to the occasion.
My
and said, "No, no,
God.
it's all good.
I'm
You missed
gonna-
that shot. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna
We're not missing
fume.
ours."
I'm
But
actually
Gen.G
gonna
just couldn't
fume.
take advantage of that at all, which is just so
I'm gonna
bizarre
fume,
to see
chat.
from this team. This is a big concern for Gen.G.
Ang
As
ina
we
ni
saw,
Envy.
Paper X now qualified for champions.
Oo
Given
nga
this
eh.
loss, Gen.G cannot catch up to them.
Pati si Wild Oreo.
Their fate might end up resting
Alam mo,
in Paper X's hands.
Jeremy,
Taking
yung
PRX
up
to
mo,
make
Lods,
it into the
pag-usapan
top
natin.
3 to qualify through that not-through points in order for them to have
9
that,
triggers ba
that
yun?
opportunity.
Yeah,
Tang
and
ina,
I
9
think
triggers.
it's a bit concerning for Gen.G in a way.
In V4K,
When their
Wild
shots
Oreo
started leaving
4K.
them, so do their
Grabe.
protocols. Like in particular, Meteor looked really off to me today. I saw
Ito
so many
guys, oh.
times
Ito yung laban
where
natin.
Meteor doesn't wait until he stopped
Sorry.
or
Ito guys,
counter
oh.
strafes to go for
Playoffs.
the shot, and like the first bullet just goes
Talon
pow,
Esports
pow, like way
versus
off. That's a huge
Team
problem
Secret.
for a player like
Sila
Meteor
na
who
naman.
relies on that Phantom to be so
Sila na
crisp,
naman, man.
so accurate with it to really, that's what destroyed GE. It was just unbelievably clean with it.
Parang may
Today,
PTSD
he
na
was
ako
the complete
dyan.
opposite.
Pero
There were too
walang
many times
PTSD
where I
yung ibang
saw
team natin.
that his mechanics looked off. Could just be an off day for him. Stuff like that. On the other hand, Team Secret's
yun na.
mechanics were really, really good. That shot by
Mainit
Jessie
to?
in that last
Parang
round,
grudge
on
match
that
to, ah.
angle, oh man, was that good.
Yeah, that was great. I think my only disappointment in Secret today, especially on Split, is that we had 0 knife kills. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. They're like less focused on getting
I'm waiting for the
knife
interview.
kill and
Crime
just
rate's going.
winning.
The interview is gonna be hot. I'm gonna wait for the interview, chat.
Yeah, over in
Wait,
Split.
Paper X is
But anyway,
already in champions?
this is
How did
very
they get
promising
qualified?
for the Filipino team.
How did
who,
they qualify
this
for
is not their
champions
first
already?
time going into playoffs, but I think going in looking like this,
Parang
this
seeding.
is absolutely fantastic.
Seeding
We're
ba
happy
yan? Or
for this team
placement?
right now, and
Now here's
know.
the biggest concern. Secret, they avoid the rematch versus Gen.G, and in theory that seems good, but they have often been a bit of a Robin Hood of a squad, so they
Yes.
take down Gen.G, Master Shanghai winner.
Wait, so why is
go up
PRX
against
in Champions
in theory,
League?
weaker opponent?
And not Gen.G.
I guess we have
Kasi
yet
Gen.G
to
has
see.
so much
Let's
championship
go
points, eh.
over to the stage where we're gonna have an interview with the winners.
Ito, interview.
Thank you guys. What a wild comeback on that split from Team Secret, taking away
Si
the
Bray.
win 2-1 against Gen.G
Pacific
tonight. I'm
points.
standing here with Wild Oreo himself. Now, congratulations, Wild Oreo. A crazy comeback
Wild Oreo.
that was. Were you nervous?
Si
during
Wild
the
Oreo
overtime
won
at
that
all?
game as well, man.
It
1
did
before
not look
kanina,
like that.
grabe.
Maybe we're just little bit nervous, but we had the momentum on our side, so we were really confident coming to that.
Cavite yan.
Of course, it was also
Cavite
the
accent
90
yan.
acres coming
Cavite
into play
accent
to
yan.
help
Nang
you guys
sasako
as well.
yan, eh.
Now let's talk about Sunset, because that was very dominant. You outread them and you executed perfectly. You also out-aimed them in every aspect. You guys won. You beat Gen.G in a very
Ano ba yan?
dominant and one-sided fashion. So talk to
Chrome
me
Hearts?
about all
Magkano
the
yan?
grindings behind Sunset.
Tangina, mayaman naman yung mga taga-Team Secret. Ako lang
really
mahirap
like
eh.
Sunset, especially our comp, so we
Secret
really
eh.
put work on that comp, and I'm glad that it paid off.
Okay. Now on Lotus,
Oh,
you and
Cavite
me
represent.
just
Let's
swapping
go.
roles, and you're on that sky, and the results didn't go in your favor, and
Van
a lot of
Cleef?
people would kind of point
Van
out,
Cleef
oh,
daw.
maybe we're not too sure about the sky pick.
Kano yan,
you know,
Lods?
the 2 double initiator role and stuff. So what are your thoughts on how the Lotus went?
The Lotus, it was 0-7. I think it was the worst case scenario. We came back like 5-7 because we played our game. We were just scared during that time.
Okay.
We were
Now,
just scared.
You guys are heading to playoffs. Is there any team that you're scared to face, or you're just pretty confident?
Sana yung
Heading to
nagsasabi na
playoffs,
ano,
I'm
TS, Team
really
Skibidi.
confident on our team.
Team Skibidi
Maybe,
daw tayo,
I'm
pre.
not scared of facing anyone. I'm more of excited
Okay.
to play against them.
Oo.
Because it's my first stage.
It is,
Oh.
definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you
It's his
guys will be
first stage
facing
and he
Talon
still
first
won.
round of the playoffs. So, anything you want to say to them?
07 for him, chat. Everyone 07.
Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Who's going to win?
Of course, I'm gonna say we are gonna win.
Okay, yeah, of course. But thank you, Wild Oreo, for the post-match
07,
interview.
Jan.
And good luck in the playoffs. We'll see
Thank
you back
you.
here in about a week.
Thank you.
Fucking
Now,
won, dude.
that was Wild Oreo with Team Secret going up against Gen.G and taking their win for the last matchup of the regular split of Stage 2. Now, we're going to head to a short break, but come back because we have another matchup coming up. We have Paper X taking on Zeta Division. We'll see you on the other side.
07, chat. 07, boys. God damn, that was wild. I can't believe it. You gotta check out the tweets, man. You gotta check out the tweets. That's wild. We just beat the fucking champs, chat. Who would have thought? You know, I have belief in Team Secret, pero hindi mo na ganda dilulu, chat. Pero tangina, nanalo tayo, pre. God damn. We got a hard Team Secret right now. The Wild Oreos. Yo! Whoa! Gen.G X Wild Oreo. Shanghai Champions failed. Oh shit! Wait, this goes hard. Wait, this goes hard. Not gonna lie. No way. Ginawang Elden Ring eh. We defeat the Giants. Ito yung 4K niya, no? 2. Putang ini NB. Holy shit. 9 trickers. What a hard cope, by the way. Hard cope yun. TS team support. Tanga mo, mama mo support. Pasok na ba TS sa champion? Yun lang, hindi lods. The win also means that Team Secret will avoid Gen.G in the first round of the playoffs. Thank God, we don't want to fight Gen.G. What? Jing is already in. Well, okay. God damn. Wow. Paper X already qualifies for champions, man. So they're already back in the game. That was so fast. Wait, we just beat the champs. Good shit. Good job, King. Magre-reply muna tayo sa mga Team Secret members natin, syempre. Go, congrats tayo, guys. Sarap. Wait lang. Pre. Me and Jeremy needs to call right now. I need to call Jeremy, bro. Pre. Tang ina. Anyari sa op mo. Uy, sarap talaga ng ulam. Massive win from PS. And an extra champ point. Oh my god. Wait. So if Gen.G loses, can they not qualify for champs? Even with all those points? God damn. Wow. Team Secret hands Gen.G their first loss in 2 months. That's crazy. Wait. Grabe. Their first loss in 2 months, man. Lakad matatag. Wow. Si Larissa pa yan. Ito si ano. Ito inend nyo. Tinapos si Tito, Tito Jessie. Winan B2 niya to. Tinapos din niya puta. Gusto niya nang kumain Ito yung swing Tangin ng swing yan. Si Munchkin pa yun one tapper si Munchkin.
Pero Ferrari pick meron sa aming tricycle pick.
Omsim. Tangina mo, 3-wheeler better than 4-wheeler.
Bagel
Damn. Ano to? Yung defense. Pare, wala pang 30 seconds na defend na namin.
Yun yung yung nag-attackers na. Ayun Grabe. Din tayo na
Saan yung kay Wild Oreo 1v4? Gago. Ito yun.
Yan.
Talo na sana to 2v4 to pre. Temo. Talo na sana to
Grabe.
12-9. From 12-9 to 12-10, by the way. That's Wild Oreo. That's the cream I want. That's the cream pie I want. That's the cookies and cream I want, Chad. My God. Let's go, PRX. God damn. What's the next match, PRX, Chad? Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna end my stream here, Chad. My head hurts. Gago, legit. Ang sakit ng ulo ko, guys. Sumakit ulo ko dun.
Ilang rounds ba naman hindi huminga?
Oo, pre. Tapos, parang nagkape na ako, nag-Red Bull, lahat. Yeah, dude. So, I think I'm gonna end my stream here, boys. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. I'm gonna sleep, guys. Tanga na, parang mamamatay na ako. Dude, tumaas blood pressure ko dun. Sobrang taas ang blood pressure ko, guys. Grabe. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end my stream here. I don't raid Curry. No, dude. I'm so shy. I don't wanna raid Curry. I'm embarrassed. Alright, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I can raid Maggie. Wala akong kilala Okay, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Alright. And then, raid Maggie tayo. Si Maggie Carp na lang kasi we won, you know. We're gonna tell Maggie, W secret. Sabihin nyo kay Maggie, W secret, guys. Say W secret. Kay Maggie na lang. I'll catch you guys. Yeah? W secret, guys. Gumana, lads. Alright, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Congrats, Team Secret. I'm so happy.
Woo! Nanonood rin ba siya?
Si Zeta. Hindi na sila makakwalify Out na ako, boss. Chubs, thank you.